In conjunction with Towards Zero, AFL Northern Territory welcomes you to Towards Zero Round. As an NTFL community, we aim to create awareness of Towards Zero's aim to create and promote a safer road transport system where no person is killed or seriously injured on Northern Territory roads. In 2018, the first Towards Zero Road Safety Action Plan was released, including 49 action points to positively impact on road safety in the Territory. It is vital that we as members of the community play an important role, and our players today will enter the ground united as one as they commit to creating a safer road environment for all road users, and then take a 31-second moment to remember those who we lost on our roads in 2023. In honour of the 31 lives lost on Territory roads in 2023, we ask that you be upstanding if you can to join our players, coaches and umpires as we take a moment to reflect on the lives lost in 2023 on Northern Territory roads.
and welcome out here to the Towards Zero game, the round 17 clash between the Tiwi Bombers and, hopefully for the PINT fans anyway, final bound PINT. This is, as I said, round 17 Towards Zero. It's a big game for the Green Ants. They went down last week, but and of course the Tiwi Bombers were very good. My commentator Tash Medry, they were very good early against the Districts.
Yeah, they were, and you can just see, look on screen there, just a lot of heart feeling the logo there on the jumpers. So this means a lot to them. And also with PINT, they take this game as that Tiwi match up really well against PINT, and they've actually beaten them a couple of times, no matter where they are on the ladder. For just some reason, this is PINT's sort of, the team that they sort of struggle against. So it'll be interesting to see the way they go. Also, Shannon Motlop knows that it's an important game. Yes, Buffaloes didn't win the game before. It was a fantastic game of football the game before as well when Waratahs won. But, it's still important for PINT to go through with some momentum into finals. They got Palmerston next week, so you could pretty much pencil that one down. But it'll be interesting to see how they go against Tiwi for that reason.
And the big problem for PINT, of course, Tash, is they haven't been able to kick goals in the first 2 or 3 quarters. They're going to have to find an avenue to goal. Matt Ryan, their captain, is out of the side tonight, and which is a bit of a loss.
They've brought in back in Silver Yusuf, so broke his wrist before Christmas and has come back in. And of course, needs to play the next 2 games to qualify for finals, so it's really important.
And the other player they're looking for a big game from, of course, is Stephen Motlop. If he gets going, although they've been playing him off half back, haven't they? Anyway, here we go, Tash.
Yeah, right. Connor McDonald had an absolute breakout season this season in the ruck for PINT against Carlson Cantilla, the X-Factor, the young fella. One of my favourites for Tiwi. He's just got something with this flair. Cantilla, McDonald gets up, PINT win the footy. So McDonald handballs back to a teammate that drives it inside the forward 50. Well done, Paddy Heenan. Shape to give the hands. Kick out there by Darley. To centre wing. Picked up by the number 0 out there, Brendan Cantilla.
Yes, we're so the number 0, of course, for the round.
Each player out there, so Brad Ryan for PINT will have the 0 on, of course, to try and get 0 towards 0 in fatalities. And they had 31 seconds of silence for the 31 lives that were lost last year on the roads.
Which, as I said in the earlier game, Tash, is a terrible stat. Hopefully we can improve on that by following the rules that Towards Zero preach.
So, boundary throw-in. A little bit shallow there. Well done to McDonald from behind. Picked up good hands there by Mary Dunn. And again, it goes over the boundary line. We saw a lot of stoppages last week between the Tiwi Bombers and Southern Districts. So this game's already gone into a minute. We've had 4 stoppages already.
Yes, we'll be hoping for a free-flowing game like we saw the game before. What a game that was, as you said, Waratahs and Buffaloes. Waratahs winning a shootout by 11 points.
So free kick to McDonald. Poor kick, but into space. A few players collide and back play. Forward, good mark taken there by McKinney. Lowers his eyes. Oh, good lead. Brilliant lead there by the PINT full forward. Takes it on the chest. Easy as you like. And that is Palmer. Oh, no, sorry, not Palmer. That is Andrew Jones.
Big lump of a lad, Jonesy.
So
28, no, not even 28, 27 years of age. So he'll certainly be a focal point for the green and golds.
He's gone back a long way. The man on the mark is about 30 metres out. So he'll kick it from about 40. Comes in now from 40. Looks good. No, he's missed it to the left. So through for a minor score. First score on the board here to PINT. Interesting to see the way Tiwi bring this footy out.
PINT playing, of course, for their inaugural or debut final series in the Men's Premier League. And they'll be looking to collect the 4 points tonight. But it's against a very unpredictable Tiwi Bombers outfit who can tear you apart if you lose concentration.
So Paddy Heenan goes straight down the middle. Goes sideways here. Over to Thaddeus, poor Jimmy. Also had a good season. Exciting youngster to Paddy Heenan. So just happy to keep possession of the footy. Poor Jimmy can get this back. No, ignores that. Oh, Rioli got in the way of Cantilla, but Cantilla usually good tackle there laid by PINT. Warwick Williams. Cossack gives it to Holt Fitz. Holt Fitz just puts it up for Andrew Jones. Andrew Jones takes the mark once again. Easy as you like there, but just got in the way. No communication there between Braden Rioli and Cantilla, and resulted in a turnover. A good tackle though by Warwick Williams.
And a beautifully balanced kick too. Tasha put this guy right in the van for the mark he took.
So pretty much in the same spot, a little bit closer. Let's see if he learnt from the last one. And he's missed to the other side. So no, didn't learn. Can't get one on the board yet. But the big full forward in Andrew Jones is looking like an ominous target down there. Don't really have a match-up to go with him. He's quite a big fella.
He's definitely a focal point, especially against this diminutive Tiwi Bomber backline.
So Blackley Noda, that usually plays down back, is playing up forward for the Tiwi Bombers, which is very unusual. Could be one of the players that goes down to Jones. Well done, poor Jimmy. Will get this back. Went without it. So did Thompson. Chain of hand passes there. Karanua, that's Henry. It's an up and under kick. Number of players around trying to break some space. They run into each other there. Jason Jr. and a ton of Mary. Here's Motlop. Motlop looking for Williams. Williams takes the mark, plays on quickly. Has a player out the back, just over his head. Paddy Heenan back there. Mr. Experience.
Yes, the veteran.
Just short here for Cantilla. Rioli, a little bit of space. That kick just barely went 15. Jason Jr. Punatana Mare and Rioli goes with the barrel, and Stephen Motlop takes the mark.
And he is playing off half-back, which is a little bit of a surprise, especially when they've got to kick some goals tonight.
Oh, and he goes sideways there, and Blackley Noda intercepts the mark, so gives it to Darley. Darley is a long kick, gets it over the back. High five from behind, and a good, strong mark there taken by Ma. Harrison Ma. Under a bit of pressure, plays on quickly. So, Pint. Oh, they're on out here. They can take it. Oh, he's held up. Well done, Thompson, to hold him up on the mark there. Pint, we're away. One-on-one. Yusuf just pushed off the footy a little bit too easily there, young Silver Yusuf. That's back in the side after breaking that wrist. Oh, Thompson in the back. So, free kick going away, Pint.
Yes, he tried to use his back as a step ladder. The umpire spotted.
Maloney goes sideways again. Seems to be the play for Pint. Palmer finds Warwick Williams. Williams again looking for Jones. Oh, he got his hands, so it was over Yusuf. Liam Holt fits. Oh, he went without the footy. Heenan picks it up. Dangerous kick. Doesn't bounce kindly for his teammate, and Pint will be happy for this to go over the boundary line and create another stoppage deep here in the right forward pocket.
So 2 behinds, 2 points is all we've seen in 6 minutes of play. So certainly the forward line, well, the Tiwi Bombers haven't gone over the middle really, have they?
So Jones, it looks like, is going in the ruck against young Cantilla. Oh, Cantilla got up high from behind, but picked up and snapped on goal. And the first goal of the game goes to Benjamin Brett. And a good goal that was, well read off the ruckman. And Brett has the first goal for Pint, and it come at the 6.5-minute mark of the first quarter.
Yes, gave himself every opportunity then, swooped on the loose ball, sized up the goal, left foot snap over the right shoulder, straight through. And you'll see it here on the replay. Carlson Cantilla got up high, all right, but this guy got the loose ball, number 43, and that is Benjamin Brett.
He turned a bit green there for a minute.
Well, green for the green answer, I guess, but certainly he did what every small forward's supposed to do, Tash, and that's kick goals from the loose ball.
Yeah, made the most of the opportunities there. TV a little bit slow to get into the square here, the circle. So Carlson Cantilla comes now.
Get a quote today. TIO.
The man wearing 0, I see, for the Pint guys is Bradley Ryan.
Looking for a fun day out with your
Tiwi,
family
I'm
or
not sure.
friends?
Brendan Cantilla.
Palmerston mini golf
So Pint
with our beautifully landscaped
in the
course,
tap out, quick
suitable
kick
for
forward.
all ages. You'll have a blast playing mini golf here at Palmerston.
For Jimmy.
We offer the perfect setting for
Has
kids'
it?
birthday
Goes
parties,
inboard,
complete
good kick
with special
there
packages
to
make
Murray.
their day
It's Angus
unforgettable.
Murray.
And if you're looking to have some fun with your mates,
chip
we
over
have you covered
to
too.
Carlson
Play during
Cantilla, the
day
ruck.
or under lights.
Usually
We're
say the
open
big
until
ruckman,
10
but
p.m.
He's not exactly a giant, is he?
No, but he's got a leap. I tell you what, he can jump. Young
This at the
Cantilla.
Palmerston Golfing Country Club.
Number of Cantillas in this team. Kim not playing this week.
The magnificent Cantilla family from Bathurst Island, of course.
Yeah, big out, Kim Cantilla. So here they go forward to a contest. Oh, again, Blackley Noda makes a contest of it and over the boundary line for another boundary throw. And so I spoke earlier about Tanner Blackley Noda. Usually plays in the back line. They've played him up forward for this game so far to start this game, but he's creating a target, I guess, and crushing the packs, which is probably why they've got him up there.
Yes, he's an option to try and upset the tightly knit Pint backline.
So Cantilla got up. The umpire's found a free kick. It's going the way of Tiwi.
This is their first full foray forward, I reckon, Tash. Here they come.
Cantilla gives it to Darley. Darley, poor kick for his standard. Couldn't pick it up there was the Dice. Poor Jimmy. He's got it back. Spins around on his left. Try and mark that. Blackley Noda will make a contest. He does once again. Nice front and centre. Brendan Cantilla, but a mark taken back there for the Green Ants in Maloney. So Stanley Tipalura back at full forward for Tiwi. Fell over their Pint, but they've got the numbers. Look at the numbers around this footy. Chain of hand passes, Lee Peters off to a teammate. Warwick Williams will go hard at the contest. He does, and he goes back in for the footy. Diving on it, though, is the Tiwi player. I think that's Simpson. The ball comes out. Goes back to the same spot, so trying to get this footy out. Warwick Williams can't pick it up. Still close to the boundary line. Finally, it goes over to create a boundary throw in for a stoppage.
Yeah, it's a bit of a scramble early. Certainly both sides with plenty of intent. But no real fluency to the game yet, although a nice goal that we saw before from Benjamin Brett for the Green Ants.
So boundary throw in just too easy there, McDonald. Heenan dropped the mark he should have taken. Holt Fitz puts the pressure on him. Oh, clever Holt Fitz did a bit of Gaelic-style footy there and kicked it to himself. Cossack spins out of a tackle. So that's Lewis Campbell. Cossack.
There's a bit of space.
15. Out the back there is Mead Harding. Looks for Big Andrew Jones again. Front centre off the pack is Mullane. And tapped through by the Tiwi Bombers for a minor score. It's Elliott. No, number 9, Angus Murray, sorry. So Darley's come down. No. So he was going to take the kick out, and he's been ushered away. Let's go long. King out here. Babui takes the mark. Not doing too bad here. Tiwi. And a mark taken by Brandon Cantilla. Cantilla just barely the 15. It's Edward Puttatunameri done. There's long, only Pint players around that footy, bounces. Got the numbers here, shovel the hand pass out to Mullane. Mullane gets it off, a kick forward by Cabfell. Oh, at the back is Silva Yusuf. Does it bounce kindly for him? No, he keeps it in. He's taken out of play and taken through by Simpson. Clever play there by Yusuf, but just couldn't get in quick enough after he was taken out behind the line. Oh, another poor kick. Tiwi's kicking, just letting him down a little bit here, making him have to work a lot harder. And Cabfell usually finds his target. Warwick Williams dancing around, gives it back to Jones. Jones this time, and misses to the left.
Can't find the major opening.
11 points to nothing so far. We've gone 12 minutes.
The background on the big fellow there for for the Tiwi, Nigel Simpson. He's from Stawell in Central Victoria, and of course he captain coached Tracy Village last season, so his debut season for the Bombers. He's a big man, which is what they need.
Darley did the kick out, might get it back. He doesn't. They didn't use Murray again. Heenan decides to have a bounce, puts Puttatunameri Dunn under pressure. Poor Jimmy's there, needs to get rid of it. Now he does, just looking for players on their own. That's a very, very clever kick by the young player. Tippermantameri takes the kick. So just a good build-up here by Tiwi.
There's Marcus Porter.
That was Portamini.
Yep.
Yeah, Portamini. Oh, poor Jimmy fell over again. That's the Dyers. He's had a number of touches so far this first quarter. He's going to get it back. Poor Jimmy, poor kick. Probably legs a bit fatigued. Brendan Cantilla couldn't take it. There's Motlop through Ryan. Oh, they looked to give it to Motlop. All the players ran with him, so clever by Pint. Tiwi players were running with him. Warwick Williams on centre wing. Tried to look for Liam Holt-Fitz, but it was behind him. Kick forward by Murray for the Tiwi Bombers. Good contest. It's in the forward line here for the Tiwi Bombers. Can they produce a goal? Happy to take it over the boundary line there, the Pint defenders, and happy to reset for a boundary throw-in. First real opportunity here for Tiwi Bombers.
Just going to say that Pint have wasted some opportunities. Only 1 goal from 5 shots, Tash.
Yeah, look,
big Andrew Jones can't find the major opening yet.
Yeah, a little bit fumbly through centre wing here just before, but they were always getting numbers at the footy, so Tiwi just need to make sure they keep control of that footy. McDonald just shoved Blackley Noda out the way, fairly of course, but just his strength and his experience in the ruck coming away with it there is Taggart. Silva Youssef has the wheels. I'll tell you what, he can nearly run about 50 metres here and have a shot on goal. Has another bounce. He can have another. Gets his balance. Has a shot. And he's missed to the left. He will not be happy with himself there.
Oh, dear.
Silva Youssef. He could have ran another 10, 15 metres at goal. I'll have to give him a hard time there. We're related through marriage, we are. Silva Youssef.
Oh, look out. He had some options in board too, but he obviously confident he could kick that goal, but unfortunately hooked it away to the left.
Yeah, he loves playing footy up here for Pint. Lived here last season to play footy for them, but it was a fly-in this year. So mark taken by Murray. Not much run. It's all one-on-ones ahead of him. You can't see on camera here, but he has to kick it to a contest on centre wing. Oh, big fly from behind there in Portamini. Oh, well done, Brendan Cantilla. He was dragged off the footy. Professional free kick given away there by Stephen Motlop, and he'll pretend to pick up the footy. And and now he won't. So just off camera, there's the free kick there, but he went and pretended 3 times he was going to throw the footy back, and he didn't. So we need to be awake to that, because you don't have to go and get the footy and give it back to the opposition. So it just held up play. So smart work there by Stephen. A few Tiwi players giving him a lip about it. Go long.
It's come back.
There and just misses. So number 21. We don't have 21 on our team sheet for the Tiwi Bombers.
No, they haven't. Been a bit of a change of jumper there, obviously, but
yeah, I'm trying to
slowly working their way into the game here. The Tiwis are a bit more desperate. They've just got to start finding an option in front of goal, as Motlop's going to take the kick out.
Yeah, again. So he just took it out, and the umpire said he had to take it back. So finds Cabfell, been a very good player for Pint this season.
A spilt mark here, though, and here's an opportunity.
Put his teammate under pressure. Here's Babui. Has a shot on goal, and he's kicked it. Oh, no, it's hit the post. Oh, even I was celebrating that. I thought that was in, but just hit the padding, the inside padding of the post, and it was a minor score.
Did everything right, didn't he? Swept on that loose ball, but as you said, just scraped the major upright.
And you're right, they're doing well, Tiwi. So 7 scoring shots to 2, and you know, Pint, those 6 should probably be 5 goals in the 6 behinds that they've kicked. But Tiwi are doing well just to hold them up and put the pressure on, just to fumbly again. And it goes over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. So we've gone nearly 17 minutes in the first quarter. 10 points the difference here.
Unlike the game previously, Tash, where I think we counted 15 lead changes in a 38-goal game. This game a little bit different, a lot tighter. And here come Pint. They're going to go to the forward pocket. There's a big jump there by Pint, but it went over the boundary line, I think, for a throw-in. So one of the features too of the Tiwi backline, Tash, is Paddy Heenan, of course, who turns 34 in August. So he's been around for a long time.
Oh, that's young. He's still got 10 years. He's 10 years younger than me. They're great. So number 21 is John Tipulura. I thought it was him, but his name's not actually on the team sheet. So
oops,
I've just added him on there. So you can write number 21, John Tipulura.
Might be some questions asked by the authorities, you think?
Yeah, not quite. I'll leave that to the authorities. Sometimes I've got no idea how it all works these days. But Andrew Jones got his hands to it once again. Oh, hit out here by Brendan Cantilla. Thompson tracking it. Well done. Warwick Williams shoved the tackler. Oh, and he's kicked it. Warwick Williams happy with himself as well. Loves kicking a goal, Warwick Williams. See him play up forward a lot for Pints this season, and usually with Wanderers, where he come from, was always down the back line. Very good half-back player, but playing a lot more forward this season.
Worked hard to get the ball here, Tash. You can see he gets the ball. He's tackled there by number 10, but he gets away from him, and a very deliberate shot for goal over the left shoulder. Went straight through the middle. Number 33, and his opponent on that occasion was Michael Thompson. So a much-needed goal in a lot of ways for Pint. They've had certainly a lot of scoring opportunities, but Warwick Williams doing the maximum with that.
Yeah, very good goal. Mentioned Wanderers before, of course, the Water Angels that were at Wanderers for about 11 years, I think, moved over with Shannon Motlop to the Pints as well. So Des Motlop, his auntie, Rachel Arujo, and Terry Cabillo.
So they're all there.
Yeah, they all went over with Shannon Motlop to be the Water Angels for Pint now, that they appreciate. So Capfeld come through pretty hard. Darley. It's sort of like Stanley Tupperlure has been put in the middle. The ball wasn't getting enough down to the forward line. I think he's just too important to not get around the footy. Tupperlure. So John looking for Blackley Noda. Makes a contest. That's what he's down there for. Where's the crummers? Not enough crummers around that footy. They're all Pint players. But the free kick has gone the way of Tiwi. And Jason Jr., Punatana Mary, has the free kick. Blackley Noda, exactly what he's in the forward line for, did. And fortunately for Tiwi, probably didn't have enough crummers around his feet. And a fortunate free kick here to Jason Jr., Punatana Mary.
Just going to say that Jr. threw his hand. He certainly milked it, but it's got him a shot for goal.
Oh, and he's kicked it as well. Well done, Tiwi.
Jason Jr.
Their first goal of the game. So they only trail now by 16 points.
In fact,
it'll be 10 points, I think.
Jason Jr., his dad, of course, was Jason Punatana, the great full-back for the Tiwi, so his son playing at the other end.
Yeah, won a few premierships with St Mary's.
Won the Rising Star 1 year too. Very good player. Ended up at the end of his career with the Tiwi Bombers.
Yeah, he was held without the footy there, so good work by the umpire. That's a good call, and that's a good kick for goal as well.
He certainly made sure the umpire saw it, though. And a goal of the Tiwi. So that opens her account, Tash, after nearly 21 minutes.
Yeah, so 10 points the difference here. They'll be happy with that, the Bombers. Still time to get more. So Stanley Tupperlure is still in the midfield, which is good. McDonald wins the tap. Darley has a bit of time because he racks up the possession. Sam Darley, such an important player for them. Look at that. Hits up Henry Kiranuba. Then goes get the footy back. I reckon he's had about 15 touches already in this quarter. Oh, lovely pick up. Brendan Cantilla just couldn't break the tackle. Gives it to Thompson. Puts it out for Blackley Noda. Oh, nearly took a slips catch. Just come out as he hit the ground. Just talking to each other here. Someone needs to shepherd. They didn't. Simpson should take the mark. He does. Oh, poor kick. Needs to get it back. Needs to be better with this one. Rioli. Good user of the footy. Perfect kick to his teammate. Edward Punatana Mary Dunn. Over to Cantilla. Brendan. Rioli kept running. His brother's here watching him today. I've seen the Richmond players earlier against the fence watching the previous game. And talking to the Tiwi players as they're warming up and getting ready. So Pint look to switch it to the fat side. McDonald, a running ruckman. There's Silver Yusuf again. He's got a paddock to run in. No one is going to catch him or run towards him. Then he'll dart around one.
What's he going to do? Is he going to go short?
No, and it's a poor kick in. Liam Holt-Fitz took it on the bounce, but he's gone across the face as well. So the influence of Silver Yusuf's running is what they've got him in this team for, but just not using the right options at the end there.
The word for that, efficiency. He's got to make maximum use, because you're right, he's got the leg speed. No problem there.
And the other water runner for Pint is Shannon Motlop's wife. He's out there as well. So Pint here with the...
Look at this.
Yep, Yusuf this time parked underneath it. He'll be thankful. You can see him just...
This time, Silver.
Yeah, he should go back and nail this one. Don't want to give him the commentator's curse, but...
He'll almost be looking up at the commentator's box and saying, Tash, I will kick this one for you. I've missed two. But it'll be a third time lucky. Pretty important game for Pint too. They win this game, they're in the finals virtually, Tash. So
yeah, pretty much.
So they have to win. There's no doubt about that.
I mean, it'll take an absolute miracle next week if Palmerston Magpies get the win over Pint. But Yusuf comes in and he drills that one. He's finally got his goal. Welcome back into the green ant colours at Yusuf Silva after being out injured. You can see his wrist taped up pretty heavily there. He did that against Palmerston Magpies at the home game out at Kazali's Oval just before Christmas. So he's missed a good 2.5 months of footy, I think.
So that puts Pint 17 points in front, 3 goals, 7 to 1-2. This is AFL and T's coverage of the 23-24 NTFL season. This is towards zero round, the big game between Pint, who were aspiring to make the finals for the first time, and the Tiwi Bombers. Round 17, Tash, already.
Yeah, the Tiwi defenders just got caught napping there a little bit, and there was 2 players, because Liam Holt-Fitz could have taken that mark as well.
Unopposed, weren't they?
Oh, they go hard. Well done, Thompson. Or Jimmy in there as well, but again, the numbers for Pint. Yusuf trying to control the footy. Now he gets the handball out. They give it out to space here, so Elaine Murray for the Tiwi Bombers. Paddy Heenan control the footy. Simpson gives it back to Murray, gives it back to Simpson. He was under enormous pressure, so Pint here applying the pressure, and that is a beautiful snap, and that was kicked by Lee Peters, I think that was, or no, number 2, Andrew Mead Harding.
Very nice goal too. Once again, the left foot snap over the shoulder, and he made sure of it by kicking their fourth. A very efficient goal, very clever goal, and it came really out of nowhere.
Yeah, just the pressure that was applied there by the Pint players just created the turnover. So you see here, Paddy Heenan, he fumbled the footy, gave it to Simpson. He gave it to Murray, who gave it straight back to Simpson under enormous pressure, and Warwick Williams again with that tackle.
Look at that snap, though. By the time the ball hit his boot, it was only about 6 inches from the ground, but it went straight through. And that gives them a very handy 23-point lead on probably the shadow of quarter time.
Yeah, 25.5 minutes
4
gone.
goals, 7 to 1 goal, too. That's 11 shots to 3. That probably tells the story of the game. As you said, 25.5 minutes gone.
McDonald gets up high. Too easy there, but Cantilla trying to put pressure on. Shot. So try to tap forward there was Stanley Tipalura out to John Tipalura. They'll be happy to take this over was Motlop, and Stephen Motlop, as the siren goes to end the first quarter.
The shadow of quarter time. So there you go. It's Pint leading by 23 points, 4 goals, 7, 31. The Tiwi Bombers at 1-2-8. Into the first quarter here at TIO Stadium. We'll be back very shortly after a short break.
Kazali's Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
And we're back here at TIO Stadium for the second quarter of this round 17 clash between PINT and the Tiwi Bombers. This is round 17, of course, the towards zero round, and the importance of not involving alcohol, of course, with car driving. And it's PINT who have got the early ascendancy. My fellow commentator Natasha Medbury, 4 goals, 7-31 to 1-2-8. They're just a bit more poised up forward than the Tiwi Bombers.
Yeah, they did it the hard way there, PINT, and sort of got the last 3 goals in the last 10 minutes of that game, because you look at 7 behinds. 5 of those should have been goals. So they've really got didn't have the kicking boots on to start with. We've seen Andrew Jones miss his first 2 shots and then he nailed one. But yeah, it should be a lot bigger lead, but fortunately for the Tiwi Bombers, it's not. And if they can get 2 quick goals, which is what they did against Southern Districts to start the second quarter last week, they just need quick ones. And
normally the Goldale Riders are scoring in too, Tash.
Yeah, usually the airport end, you're right. Vic McDonald, Vic Ruckman. Good work by Simpson to create a contest there, to halve the contest against Williams. Terrific this is the Tiwi, this is the Tiwi play that we love. I reckon that's Jason Jr. A ton of Mary there. Kicked it forward. And well, not kicked there.
Certainly worked hard to get that out of the middle. Here's Stephen Motlop, the former cat and former power on the AFL.
Yeah, just looking around. Shot takes the mark. They're all looking at the footy boy. They marked this. I'm not quite sure. It might be a little bit slippery, or someone's got or someone's got grippo and it's come off on the ball or something, because they're all sort of looking at the footy a bit funnily. Brad Ryan, Buckley Noda. So he's a long way from home. Be interesting to. We'll see if he still starts forward. They might need him down back. Stanley Tipalura from behind. Got up the back of Stephen Motlop there. Motlop regathers though. The big general down there. Good contest, Thompson, and he takes the mark.
About 4 great, but he certainly held it.
Oh, don't pass it off, young fella. I reckon he's got the legs to kick this. And Michael Thompson.
Yes, sometimes teams tend to go short a bit too much. Tash looking for other options. When he is within kicking distance, he's probably kicked right on 50, which is a fair effort, but he is a league footballer.
So Thompson, this will be really handy for Tiwi Bombers if he can nail this one. And just trying to get that distance. Misses to the near side. Stephen Motlop will run and take the kick in.
He just tried to kick the leather off it, really. Didn't quite get it.
Yeah, just a bit of curve in it, just trying to get that extra distance. Kick out, finds a shot who's started the game very well. Good strong mark out wide.
Benjamin Smythe, is it?
Smythe, poor kick though, pump up his tyres and he lets us down, but good work there by, there's that man again in shot. Yeah, they've got all the players here. Look, 2 can rattle that off.
Got numbers everywhere.
Yeah, picked up by Hallmark. Hallmark can have a shot on goal, and it's got the legs and he's kicked it. So he's got his first goal for the game, and PINT have their 5th.
Mitch Palmer. More importantly for PINT, Natasha, they've actually kicked goals in the first quarter and a bit. They're looking to kick goals rather than. Whereas in the last 2 weeks, there was almost, full-on defence and not worry about scoring all that much. But this week, they know they've got to score and they're playing very well.
Yeah, I guess sometimes as well, it's the teams that you're playing. I guess they feel that they can attack a bit more against the Tiwi Bombers, even though Tiwi seem to match up quite well against them. Today they're just looking like they're more attacking, they're more flair, and they've got the numbers around the footy.
Yeah, but of course what that does against the better sides, it makes you a defensive side. And that's what's cost them, I think, in the last couple of weeks.
Oh, lovely tap down. McDonald goes in again, and they get the handball and the clearance once again, but Simpson read that pretty well.
Ooh.
Heenan.
Here he is, the veteran.
Yeah, has a bounce. Puts it out in front of Rioli. Oh, I'd love to see these two in a foot race, because Silver Yusuf is pretty fast himself, but so was Rioli. So
and here they come. They get
Campbell,
everywhere
Cossack, handball back, Maloney.
In trouble now, though.
Williams. There's Campbell, Cossack again. Just a little bit too much on it for his forward down there in McKimmie. And the Tiwi Bombers should be able to reload. They get it to their man that they want the ball in the hands of is Darley. Poor Jimmy just turned blindly. Wasn't sure what was coming. Thompson is trying to create the run. This is the Tiwi style that we like. Thompson with a quick kick forward. Luckily noted was out to the side though, so Pint again with all the numbers. Foot race, Stephen Motlop against young poor Jimmy. Numbers there for Pint. Finally, Jason Jr. Punatana Mary comes over to help young poor Jimmy. So there's 3 against 2 here, just a little bit of keepy off footy. So Stephen Motlop, bit of time, asking his forwards to come at him. Then he drives it in, looking for Jones, smashed away from him. Liam Holt Fitz couldn't keep possession of the footy. Oh, good work, Carlson. Cantilla off to a teammate there in Babui. Buckley Noda couldn't wheel that one in. Liam Holt Fitz should get there first.
Yeah, will he?
Yeah, he does. Just a bit.
He ran it over, didn't he? No.
Nah, too easy there. Brendan Cantilla was running flat out and he knew it, so he just stepped around him. And Pint go in again through Ma. And at the back, and a free kick going the way of Tiwi.
Against the Green Ants.
So is it Murray? Yep, that's Murray. Angus Murray. Oh. But a ton of Mary done. Yeah, didn't take that mark and got it over the boundary line. So you just look, ranked 8th for total disposals, tied 7th for efficiency at 70% alongside Palmerston. That's the Tiwi Bombers, so, and ranked 4th for Clangers, so one of the ones that you don't want to be in the top 4.
That's right.
Ranked 9th for spoils as well, which is, you know, it just shows the way that the footy's getting in there, and they don't have big defensive units back down there for Tiwi. Which is
interesting though, Pint are ranked 5th as far as Clangers go, so they haven't had a great year either. But they will make the finals, I think. That's the ambition of the Green Ants.
And more importantly, as we just watch this
first
go.
1%ers, yeah.
Taggart, and he's kicked the goal, so he's on the goal scorers list now. So Rory Taggart kicks it, and Pint have their 6. So it's just reading off this. More importantly for Pint is that they're first in 1%ers and first in spoils, so that's pretty good. Especially the 1%ers. I mean, that shows where your team's at with those efforts that you don't get a stat for, but it means a lot for the team. We just watch on replay here. So Taggart, that's a good goal under pressure as well.
Yes, it just seemed to float at the last 10 metres and over the head there of the
Potts
Tiwi player in Potts, yeah. So that clears them out to a 33-point lead. Taste all of a sudden. We've only been going 7 minutes in the second quarter.
Yeah, a little bit worrying there. So 6-7-43.
Tiwi's working hard, but they haven't been able to get their running game going, and that suits Pints down to the ground.
Taken straight away there is Capfelt. There with Thompson. McDonald goes up. Cantilla didn't contest then. Going in hard, Henry Kiranua. Here's McDonald. I tell you what, he'll be right up there in their best and fairest this season for Pint.
I was just going to mention that before you, with the live stuff, Tash. Yeah, he's a very, very good player.
Very good.
Very consistent too, every week.
Oh, good effort here. The Bombers, can they keep possession of this footy and be rewarded with a goal? Blackley Noda goes low. He's got to eat his target. Take it a little bit high there. The umpire gave the benefit of the doubt. Poor Jimmy. Oh, steps around one. This is the X factor that I love about the young kid. And he's kicked it. The Dyer's poor Jimmy has kicked his first goal, and the Tiwi Bombers were rewarded with their second goal. Well done, young fella. I tell you what, he's got something about him. He's so exciting. As soon as I know that for Tiwi, mark him down and Carlson Cantilla. They've got X factor and they can change a game. And for a young fella, he took the game on and he was rewarded with the goal. Always good to see.
Well, he turns 18 at the end of March, so he's only a lad, still only 17, but watch it here how he sells some candy. He gets hold of the ball, goes one way, then the other. I'll go this way. No, I'll go this way.
And a good step. And has a bounce.
And went bang from about 20 metres. Thank you very much. That, if you're ever trying to describe a Tiwi Bomber goal, Tash, that's the type of goal that they thrive on.
Yeah, pretty good. Jerome Tipperman to Mary in there, number 44, against a bigger opponent to the right of screen just behind McDonald, the Pint ruckman there. There's his opponent, gets the clearance. Oh, good contest there. Oh, well done, Paddy Heenan. Then he was taken high, and the umpire's seen that one. Well done, Paddy Heenan. As a Pint player stays down, we'll just keep an eye on that. That's big Andrew Jones, a big full forward. Still hasn't moved.
Yep, he didn't look too well.
And contest on centre wing. Brad Ryan. Thompson, but smashed out of his hands by Schutt. Liam Holt-Fitz gives it to Stephen Motlop, just lowers his eyes and kicks it to where the big full forward Andrew Jones just got up from. And the goal kicker.
He was on the ground for a while.
Yeah, Rory Taggart has taken the mark and can go back and kick his second goal and his second of this quarter as the big full forward Andrew Jones makes his way to the interchange bench. So we'll keep an eye on that.
And if you ever wondered what Stephen Motlop did in his AFL career, he just showed it then. He ran through, got the handball back, beautiful footpath, and Taggart should convert.
No, he's missed to the
he
right.
Hasn't.
And more importantly with Stephen Motlop, didn't blaze away, lowered his eyes and hit a target on his own there. So
what they call poise, and he was terrific then, but unfortunately Taggart sliced the yellow Sharon away to the right.
So Andrew Jones just clutching at his knee there with the trainer, letting the trainer know there's something wrong with his knee, so probably will get strapped up, I feel, and see if he can come back out. Cantilla. So let's see what Tiwi could do. They did it pretty well last time, so again they'll go to Blackley Noda. Like I said, he's the target up forward. Couldn't get that one or create the ball to ground. Ethan Smith did well. They'll be happy for a stoppage here, Tiwi Bombers. Oh, they needed to play the whistle there. Cantilla gives it to Darley. Darley just a chip over the top. Put a ton of Mary Dunn. He was going to be paid the mark. I reckon he thought that he wasn't, so he got rid of it quickly. Kerenua. Oh, lovely shepherd by Thompson. Darley goes long. One-on-one contest. Where's the Crummers? Again, they're not there for Tiwi. And Pint. A little bit too easy coming out of defence there, Gray. Just the Tiwi are known for their, their small forwards and Crummers, but just not there at the drop of the footy.
It's the basics, isn't it? You've got to get numbers around the ball, especially what the Tiwi do best, and that is crumb, as you said.
And here the slingshot down the other end here by Pint. So that might cost him. Liam Holt-Fitz in a good position. Punched away from him. Well done there, John Tipalura, number 21 there, and it's hit the behind post. Is it hit it on the full?
Yeah, but it was rushed. I think it was a Tiwi Bomber that actually kicked.
No, if it's hit on the full, then it should be a free kick, but it's going to be a boundary throw-in because it bounced into it by the looks of it.
Okay, must have been a bounce then, yeah.
If it was hit it on the full, it would be a free kick. Oh, too easy, Taggart, and he's got his second. Just too easy there.
It was very simple, wasn't it?
Yeah, look at him. He's got good size to him too. Looks pretty strong there, Taggart. So Rory Taggart kicks his second, and the second for this quarter, and Pint have their third for this quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 7, 8.
7-8 plays 2-4. Been going nearly 12 and a half minutes.
Yeah, definitely go off the screen here because the big scoreboard here at Marara is wrong.
Just a little nudge then to get his opponent out of the road, and yet plenty of time to snap an easy goal. That was his seventh and his second, as you said, in this quarter. So made a bit of impression. He could have had 3 if he had converted about a minute ago.
So 13 minutes in the second. And Tiwi have kicked 1 goal, but Pint have kicked 3.
So they're going to have to work hard, the Tiwis. They have worked hard, but you get the impression these Pints guys might run over the top of them. Yeah,
it's looking a little bit like that. Again, too easily out the middle. Ethan Smith with the long kick. Darley
that's nearly thrown
back there. Murray at the Heenan. He's had a very good game, Paddy Heenan, so far.
Yes.
Oh, and then when I say that, he kicked it out of bounds on the full. Sorry, Paddy. Commentator's curse there, mate.
You must know that by Tash. You've been doing this for long enough. Oh. Well.
Oh, I said he's had a good game. He has. He's been holding up well down there, but it's saying that he played on from his mark, but he was out of bounds anday, so it's probably saved him there. They don't play that very often.
No, I was going to say the rarity.
They let that play on for Jeremy Cameron against Collingwood in one of the finals.
That's right. I'm a Cats man. I was very happy with that.
I got my Collingwood Premier shirt on today just for you, Gray.
It was against it was against the rules, though. There's no doubt about that.
So Ethan Smith once again over the top of Liam Holt-Fitz. Oh, juggled the footy there. Couldn't take the mark. There was Kurt Dunn. And there's another one. It's starting to rain goals here
Was that Maloney?
Nah, McKimmie.
16.
Yeah, McKimmie. So he's kicked his first, but starting to rain goals here for PINT.
Yes, the Green Ants are climbing gum trees in their thousands because that's their 8th goal. They kicked, as you said, 4 this quarter. Skipped away to a 40-point lead. This was too easy, Tash.
Yeah, Kurt Dunn there, and Silver Yusuf just put the pressure on.
And number 16, McKimmie, just walked in, strolled in, really. Punched the air because he knew straight away he'd kick the goal. So the Tiwis are going to work a bit harder. They've got to be cleaner, too, with their possessions. But a bit of the one-touch football we're so used to from the Tiwi Bombers is what we need to start watching.
Yeah, it's looking at the forward line, seeing who else they could potentially get on the footy here for Tiwi.
They've got numbers here.
Oh.
No, they haven't, not anymore.
Taken late there was Brendan Cantilla front on. Looking for Thompson. He hasn't stopped running so far in this game. So it's good close to the boundary line. He keeps it in, then he tries to fend off a tackle, and the umpire gives him the benefit of the doubt. Probably a bit lucky there.
Well,
Thompson.
He actually spun out of the tackle very well, but the trouble was he spun straight into another tackle.
And if you try and spin out of a tackle into another one, it's usually holding the ball, so they're pretty lucky. Picked up. Oh.
Missed just. That would have been a handy one.
It's been a beautiful goal for contention for goal of the year for the women's grade. Earlier on today when Magpies played St Mary's, Billy Byers kicked an absolute blinder from the pocket down there, right on the boundary line. Looked like it was going out. Oh, yeah. I don't know how she did it, but...
Early in the game, Taste River?
I think it was the second quarter.
Oh, of course, they kicked 5 or 6 in that quarter, didn't they?
Yeah, really, really good goal.
After your Magpies led at quarter time.
Yeah, it was. We were a little bit excited about that, but still a lot of positives, but congratulations to St Mary's on that. Good punch away there, John Tipalura. But look, here's the numbers picked up by Liam Holt-Fitz. What does he do? He pops it out, does the team thing, and Silver Yusuf will pick it up. And a brilliant tackle by Kurt Dunn. But somehow Silver Yusuf still managed to get the kick away. Even though he was on the ground, I thought it should have been holding the footy, but...
One for the all clear. Now it's been given, so it is a goal.
Being given the goal as Tiwi sort of plead their case. This will be interesting to watch on the replay here, Gray.
Looked like he was held it for too long, didn't it? We'll have a look at this.
Well, watch. You give me your thoughts on this, Gray.
Liam Fitz throws it in and went over the head of both those players. Here's a chance for Yusuf. He's spun it in a
He's still got
circle.
him. He's still got him. He's still got him. That's holding the footy.
When you spun 360 degrees is when you go.
Oh, very fortunate there yet, Silver.
A bit of an error by the umpires, but Yusuf won't mind because he's got his second goal, Tash.
Yeah, very lucky there.
Yes, when you spun complete circle.
And you hit the ground and they're still holding you.
And you drop it at the ground. So they've got every reason to have a bit of a question towards the man in green.
I don't think it's going to have an impact on
the result.
Yeah, the result of this game, but as they go forward again, They're
starting to get a grip on this, the Green Ants.
Benjamin Brett, number 43 there.
As I said earlier, Tash, they're climbing that gum tree in numbers. Here they come again.
Yeah, that's Brett.
It's a nice kick right to the square.
And he was dumped after he kicked it, so Silver Yusuf will get this footy and he will have a shot.
Well, this will make it interesting. They kick this and they're 8 goals up, which you wouldn't have really picked early in the game.
Well, the numbers haven't gone back, so Liam Holt-Fitz goes out to the side, but now they decide to run down, but Silver Yusuf has 2 players in front of him, so they definitely back him to kick this. Warwick Williams just runs past, looking for the sneaky hand pass.
Is he going to have a shot or is he going to offload? Surely have a shot.
Oh, he's got the distance if he gets a run behind him here.
Throw it up in the air, get right underneath it.
Oh, comes off the side of the boot. Not happy with it, but asks a bit of his forwards. Well done. Good fist in there by Murray.
Yes, he tried to kick the leather off it. Unfortunately, did Silver.
He's in, tries to create a contest there, but well done to Potts.
He's tried hard back there, Potts.
Darley.
Him and Paddy Heenan have been very good down back, but
Darley once again, well done. Carlson Cantilla pleaded his case there, was Marfa in the back, but it wasn't in the back. He held his position pretty well, the young fella.
had a very good year, Carlson. Played for Essendon's VFL side, of course, the other week.
Oh, and they've just created a turnover here. There's Brett once again.
And look at the numbers here. Look.
Into the midfield.
Everywhere.
Shot is there. Takes the mark. Oh, then he looked for Williams running past. Had to go back in. Sorry, that was Elliott.
Mucking around a bit, though, Pint. They're starting to overuse it. They don't want to throw.
Here's Brett. Empty goal square, and it bounces through. So Benjamin Brett, he gets himself on the scorers list.
That's his second, I think. He got the first goal of the game. Yeah,
got the first one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 6 goals kicked this quarter. We now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goal kickers for Pint. I reckon they might have a few on the board for this this game. A few goal kickers.
Yes, the Tiwis have dropped off in intensity and pressure. They're not pressuring their tackle. They're even walking through the tackles, which is not uncommon, I guess, for the Tiwis, but surely they can put a little more pressure on. That's a nice kick for goal, too, by Benjamin Brett. Beautiful name, isn't it? Another goal to the Green Ants.
So we just tick on to time on. You can see the players, Tiwi, just the body language. They need to get their experienced players just to get them up. They've got to keep going, you know, keep the young ones. I was going to say, talking about my girls, when they sort of get that, because I've got such a young team, you just got to keep them, you know, up and about, regardless of the score. You know, you can turn it around. Just try and take positives out of the game.
They're starting to play the footy smarts now too, Pint. They're using every player. Here's Motlop. What's happened here?
There's a free kick, but Vantage paid there. So Campbell Cossack.
Here they go again. Look at the numbers here. It's unbelievable.
So Warwick Williams.
That kick was
no, that's Potts.
Been a good stopper, has Pint. Has Pot.
To Darley.
I almost said a pint of Potts.
Darley, always one of their best players. Oh,
oops.
Kicked it over to Henry Kiranua. He couldn't take it. There's Heenan. He couldn't take it on the bounce. Yep. And another goal. And is that
Let's take it again, is it? Looks like it. Yep, that's his third.
No, that's Mead Harding, so number 2. So Andrew Mead Harding's kicked that one.
It's his second goal, then. And it's an avalanche. It's a Green Ant march.
Yeah, it's not looking pretty, is it? And we're not even at half time yet.
As you know, Tash, if the Green Ants get on a gum tree, they're really hard to get off. Especially those nests that they tend to build, especially out your way. I lived at Palmerston for a while, and good heavens. We had to chop the tree down in the end.
You know, you've got a healthy yard if there's green ants. My family used to go and look for green ants' nests and put them in the yards, actually, because...
And, of course, if you're a Motlop living in Adelaide, what do? You make green ant wine.
That's right.
Daniel Motlop made quite a few bob out of it.
Green ant gin.
Green ant gin, yeah.
So that, as we speak, there's Stephen Motlop. He's involved in all that as well.
Yes, he's got shares, no doubt. Good bit of play by the young fellow. He's rolling and scrolling, though.
Yeah, Campbell Cossack.
It'll go out over the boundary line. You're going to get no, he's not going to hand it back to the boundary umpire.
Haven't seen him play too often for Pint. Campbell Cossack.
Only 23 minutes gone here, Tash. AFL on Teach coverage continues here of the round 17 game between Pint and the Tiwi Bombers. The 2023-24 season, and this, of course, is towards zero round, a very important round as far as car accidents are concerned. Far too many people, Tash.
Yeah, 31
on the road.
31 last year, so that's why they're doing the 31 seconds of silence before the games. So Pint, we've had 8 goals kicked in this quarter, so I reckon we'll get to about the 25, 26 minute mark.
26, here they come again.
So, and we might have to add to that total. Plays on quickly. Passes it off to a teammate. Took the mark, that shot.
This is the type of football that their coach will want as they approach their first final series. They've got to be very efficient in the use of the football.
But you sort of
ruthless as well.
You might look at if this ends up being, you know, if Tiwi don't bounce, if Tiwi don't bounce back in the second half, and then you've got Palmerston Magpies next week leading into the finals.
Can work against you.
Yeah, it too easy. True. We wouldn't like to say easy, Tam, and no disrespect to those teams, but then you come up against a red hot, who are they going to play? Nightcliff or St Mary's or Southern District. So that,
Yeah, that's very true. The intensity's just not there, is it, in those last 2 games?
You can do all you can at training, but it doesn't match the pressure of playing a game against a real quality team.
Meanwhile, here it's 11 goals to 2, Tash. We're going nearly 25 minutes, so there's going to be some harsh words spoken by Coach Patrick Bowden, you would think, at half-time.
Yeah, they'll try and get to half-time and then reset, and then all you got to do is, if you don't think you can win the game from here, but just take the positives, try and win each quarter from here on, even if it's by a point. That's a win. Yeah, that's a positive.
And even if it's 5 minutes and then another 5 minutes, and the big fellow, he still hasn't kicked a goal yet, has he,
yeah,
Jones?
He's back out there. Andrew Jones, after coming off.
He just came off after getting, did he whacked or was he stomped on? One of the two.
Heavy collision.
Nice mark.
Yeah, Heenan once again.
By the way, he's a former Magpie too, isn't he?
Yeah, Paddy Heenan.
Yep. Started his league career with the Palmerston boys.
Yeah, I think his dad did as well.
Darky Heenan. He was a very good footballer.
So, just chipping to each other. There's McDonald. He's had a brilliant game. There's Yusuf Silva. And he looks straight into the corridor, and Stephen Motlop has decided to sneak down from half-back as he kicks big turf grass out. And again...
Hasn't kicked a goal yet as a former AFL cat and power half-forward he was in those days, but playing off half-back.
He's kicked a goal this season?
No,
not in this game.
I know he kicked 9 in one game.
Yeah, I was going to say
that was a game he kicked 9 goals, Tash, and didn't get a vote in the Nichols medal. However, that's the umpires. Should kick this without any problem at all.
Directly in front, looking for their 12th goal here, PINT. And he's missed to the left.
Gee, we better stop predicting these goals. It's not working.
No. They're probably going to get a text or a bit of a chat.
Please don't.
From Shannon Motlop.
Curse us, that's right.
Sorry, Shannon.
11-9 to 2-5. Nearly just over 26 minutes gone, Tash, in this second quarter.
Yeah, still the 8 goals kicked. So we're nearing the end of this quarter. Yeah, good game there, Maloney. So I'll sort of look all over the team sheet for PINT. There's been winners.
Here he is.
All over the ground.
And to get around his left foot here. No, he's going to go inboard, but a pack of players.
You just need to hold up this footy. Someone's phone's ringing. Sounds like a computer game. In the background here.
Yes, playing Xbox, perhaps.
Commentary box, but there's a free kick, so PINT still have opportunity to get another goal through Ma. Yeah. Too far out to score, though.
And they kicked this quarter, too. They've kicked 7 already.
Oh, Silver Yusuf was up high. Here's Motlop. This time he makes sure of it. Stephen Motlop gets his first. He was floating down there to kick a goal, and Stephen Motlop will jog all the way back to half-back, I think.
Very keen on kicking a goal, wouldn't he, Stephen? He'd been down there for about 5 minutes, missed one, but he made sure he didn't miss that one. He thumped it right as far as over the top of the Michael Long centre, I think, wasn't it? And
clever work, because he's just told the winger, you go down to the back line, and I'm going to go to the wing, because he looks a little bit spent, Stephen Motlop.
Plus, I think he's enjoying playing up forward again. Look at this. He didn't muck around here. He goes whack.
Yeah, they call the loves kicking goals like that, Stephen. And
as he did in his AFL career. What a great player he was.
Yeah, he still is a great player.
One of not 1, not 2, but 3 Motlop brothers to play at the elite level. Eddie Motlop and his wife, Steph, should be very, very proud of their boys. Yeah,
they're pretty proud of their daughter as well. She's won 2 flags up here, one for Palmerston and one for PINT. And the grandsons are all going through now. Jesse Motlop, and you've got Waylon Motlop as the siren goes to end half-time.
I was going to say, watch out for Waylon. Yeah. So that's a behind. That's half-time, is it? 12-10-82, plays 2-6-18 at half-time in this round 17 clash at TIO Stadium. We'll be back after a short break.
You know, Territorians go a long way for one another. So it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance,
If you have an accident covered by your policy, we are here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling expenses. And that goes a long way when you're away.
Get a quote today.
TIO, we're for Territorians.
Looking for a fun day out with your family or friends? Putt on over to Palmerston Mini Golf. With our beautifully landscaped course suitable for all ages, you'll have a blast playing mini golf here at Palmerston. We offer the perfect setting for kids' birthday parties, complete with special packages to make their day unforgettable. And if you're looking to have some fun with your mates, we have you covered too. Play during the day or under lights. We're open until 10 p.m.
And we'll see you around Palmerston Mini Golf.
Find us at the Palmerston Golf and Country Club.
So we're here on a Friday night for our NAB AFL Auskick, where we run a girls only option and the kids are pumped, ready to rock and roll and have some fun with the footy.
We signed our daughter up for Auskick because her big brother did Auskick last year and she just loves it. I thought signing her up for a girls only group would be a great chance for her to kind of be with some friends in a comfortable environment.
The thing about a girls only team that I think Zoe really enjoys is that she gets to run around with like-minded girls. They get distracted, they do cartwheels, they hold hands, they sing. It just makes it a bit more of a fun experience.
I like Auskick because I get to play with my sister. We love Auskick!
A number of parents have asked if their daughter has to be in the all-girls group, and they don't. There will be some girls that will naturally just gravitate to brothers or cousins and join the boys group and have just as much fun if it were to be single sex. So yeah, there's definitely options there every Friday night.
My girls just love interacting with the other girls here. They love kicking a footy, they love learning the skills, and they love the hot dog at the end. I love joining in with my girls. I actually can't help myself, and I love to see the skills not only of my kids but of the other kids in their girls only group really developing over the clinic.
Evie just loves playing the games, learning new things. She'll be doing it then for the rest of the weekend, doing her favourite kicks, telling us how many goals she kicked on Friday night.
The best thing about Auskick is that it's really fun. It's lots of fun for them.
Yeah!
Barty gets a hand pass out to Mackenzie. Mackenzie kicks high and wide to half forward. Munkara's going to get there first. He takes the mark. Looked like he wanted to play on. He's called to play on, but clever enough to get around the player on the mark. Kicks long from outside 50 towards goal. It looks good. That's the way he likes it. Doesn't like the simple set shots, Nick. He likes to make it as hard as he can, and he did exactly that and pumped it through for the first goal of the game.
And to set 3 goals, this shouldn't be a very long quarter at all.
Oh, the kick's just overcooked and gives Saints the chance. As the hand pass comes out to Dylan Lant, he kicks towards goal. I think he's snuck it through. It was Paredes who got it to Lant, and the 2 players down here as the ball hits the defensive 50. Some good work by Glover. Paddled it out to the advantage of Dylan Lant. Dylan Lant on the right boot, kicks towards goal. You wouldn't believe it. He's put it straight through the middle from about a metre inside the boundary line. A goal out of nothing there for St Mary's. But quickly the hand pass comes out here. The chip across the ground. And the mark's taken here by Ted Castle just at the front edge of the centre square. Saints attacking area. He kicks long towards the goal square. It could go all the way here. It's going to go all the way. That's a magnificent kick as Tex Corowa got back, thought about taking the mark, had a quick look at the goal line and saw it floating towards it and let it go. Batmans picks up, gets a dribble kick forward to the advantage of Paredes, who ducks back inside. He hand passes off, and now a long kick from Musgrave towards goal. It's going to go all the way through from just inside the forward 50 out there, and Mitch Musgrave having a terrific game tonight. One level, it's picked up by Klusky, but his kick was smothered, and now Cassidy again finds some space, kicks long. Everyone falls over except Magro. Magro out the back, takes the mark, runs off and bangs it through for a Waratah goal, a much needed Waratah goal. Set up behind the ball as Corowa comes across the front. The ball spills to the ground. Offerman's kicks off a step as into the goal square. I think Glover's got a toe to it and it's dribbled all the way through. He was celebrating when the ball was still a couple of metres out being chased, but he kicks long down towards half forward. The ball off hands, spills over the back. Musgrove trying to paddle it forward, gets it to the advantage of Offermans. He's got some space now, runs towards goal, kicks truly through for another St Mary's goal. Fist pumping in the air all the way. Just missed the target and Saints have pounced again. Tedcastle this time running through the centre square, delivers out in front of Glover. He takes the mark, he's off and running. He signals to Tedcastle in appreciation of the pass as he's running towards goal, and then just keeps running and thumps it through, and the game's almost done, Nick.
Yep.
Woods again. And Davies looking to switch to the outer side of the ground. This is a dangerous kick. It's a chance for Tars now. As coming in there is Hillis. He takes it. Hand passes off to Magro, standing in the goal square by himself, and just a bit casual there from Saints.
Yes.
Thought they had control of the ball, but plenty of Tars players working back. But Souter does really well to get it back to Paredes. He hand passes forward to Jack Lant. Jack Lant off and running into the open goal from about 30 metres out. Just thumps it through. So as Tars just chipping it around the outer side of the ground. The siren goes to end the game, and in the end, a convincing victory to St Mary's, Nick.
Yeah, 43 points in the end, 3 points at quarter time, 4 at half time, 31 at three-quarter time, and they just finish it off then with a 43-point victory.
For Nightcliffe at centre half forward. He's gone the short option on the left. Pretty casual, but effective, and just advances the ball about 10 metres, and Cody Zust takes the mark. So, stammering run up, kicks on the way. I think he's done exactly as you've said, Nick.
Yep.
And just squeezed it inside that left-hand goalpost. So the first goal of the game goes to Nightcliffe, and it's Cody Zust. And Zust takes the mark. Now chips the ball forward, looking for Peris at half forward. It's a well-weighted kick, and Peris takes the mark over the back and goes back and steadies down. Peris kicks along towards goal. I think he's judged that one pretty well. He has. It's through for another Nightcliffe goal, and this is a worrying start to the game for PINT. Nightcliffe with the first 3 goals on the board. He's himself from here. It's a long kick going right to the goal line. It's players fly for the ball. It's loose on the ground. There's a snapshot at goal, and I think it's good. It is. And that was Cooper Darms that got on the bottom of that. And Brad Ryan, under a bit of pressure, kicks inboard towards half forward. But Nightcliffe again with the numbers in defence, and they just run it away. And now Moody has a bounce and then swings a hand pass out wide to Darms. Darms goes in towards goal, and kicks it easily enough with an unprotected goal square, and just put it through without much trouble whatsoever. So, but wasn't in any better position, and Nightcliffe have turned this over again. Singh Lippo gets it out wide to Eilert. Eilert with a bit of time hits the pass. It gets over the back and to the advantage of Nightcliffe as Buxton runs onto it, kicks towards goal. It's bouncing in the goal square, and it bounces all the way through, and the big fella's got himself on the scoreboard from that passage of play. Cut across the front of the pack, got a hand to it, and then controlled the ball at ground level. But it's PINT trying to bring the ball away again. Again, their skills let them down, and it's picked up by Darms, who thumps the ball in. He's celebrating as soon as he's kicked it, and it's another Nightcliffe goal in this second quarter.
And that's Cooper's 3rd goal for the night.
Forward, big leap from behind, and pulling it down. Rinaldi there just flicks the ball over the top and falls into the hands of O'Brien. O'Brien out wide, looking for Jones out there, but the ball spills to the ground. Here's a chance for PINT on the left foot, and it's through for a goal. They've got there first, and just looking to see who it is that they're all congratulating. The wing working his way to the front was Garnham. The ball was thumped away, but Brett on the run for PINT, kicks long. It cuts it over the back to Jones again, but it slips through his hands. But at ground level, here's a chance, and the snapshot is good. And it's another PINT goal in this last quarter, and this time it was Marsden who got on the end of that one. And Politis is going to go all the way back to Henderson as the siren goes and ends the game, one in which Nightcliffe have had control for most of the game, Nick, but PINT did manage to put a little bit of respectability on the scoreboard in the last quarter.
Absolutely, 8-12, 60 to 3, 8-26, a 44-point win. So
kicks it in, Cantilla. Brendan Cantilla moves it quickly. This is what I love with the Tiwi Bombers. And has that carried over? I think it's carried over. It's a goal. They're just confirming it is.
Footy, handball now by Thompson, going back inboard to Cantilla. He shrugs the tackle, takes a bounce, runs inside 50 and puts it on the right. And whoa! Another goal for the Tiwi Bombers. Almost 13 minutes into this first quarter.
So Ryan hits it down to Jono Ross, if you don't mind. Kicked 9 last week and he's got his goal tally ticking forward with 1.
Flew, taps it backwards, but no one there. Front position, Tiwi Bombers gets the hands off, but it goes straight to Sam Smith. Smith looks straight at the goal, straight over the top of the umpire's head. And Sam Smith with a goal for the Crocs.
Field, the ball's tracked straight to him. Waistcoat takes it. Has a snap on goal. Brander's going to track this. He takes the mark and held
Played
up
on.
and then kicks the goal. But the umpire says, yep, that's okay. And Brander has his 5th goal.
Right, little toe poke on the boot now. Trying to work it out there, the Tiwi Bombers.
Advantage paid and Anderson. He's kicked it. And he celebrates by grabbing his jumper. District's well in the lead now, 54 points. Tiwi, can they get a goal? They pick it up in the goal square and they've got one. They've snagged one back there, the Tiwi Bombers. Well done. And I think that was Thompson.
Yep.
Hits the ground running. Poor Jimmy. Does it stay in? Nice. Poor Jimmy. Oh, can he kick it? Can he get the second? 2 in a row he has.
Oh,
poor
great
Jimmy.
goal.
Well done. And there is the man that I marked. Barry charging at the footy. Just puts it off. Well done, Dylan Barry. Rusker has a shot and he's nailed it. You can thank Dylan Barry, the pressure that he applied there on the back 6 for the Tiwi Bombers. And Brendan Rusker gets his first goal there by Braden Rioli. 1-on-1. Stanley Tipalura at the back. Kicks it off the ground and kicks it. Clever work there by Stanley Tipalura. Didn't have front position, sort of hangs back for that ball to come over the top, used his body. Heenan got a fist in there. Ryan, oh, good hand pass to Barry. This is his bread and butter, and this time he snuck it in. He has. So he's kicked his 4th. Oh, so Barry kicks it around the corner. I think we have lost our marbles. Brander picks it up. He kicks it. He's got his 7th. Finally, Brander kicks his 7th. Oh, he's dropped the footy. Umpire said no, play on. Thompson grabs it up. He picks it up. He kicked it. Well done, Thompson. What a goal there. Delahaye. Oh, here's poor Jimmy. The X Factor. Oh, he runs in, tightens up the angle, and he's kicked it. Woo! Well done.
What
poor
a great
Jimmy.
goal.
They've called it.
And so that's the game here in Southern District's run out winners. 2013, 133. The Tiwi Bombers, 11-3, 69.
Distance will certainly be an issue. A kick and a half out. So they go to play on. Sold the dummy nicely. Marley King can kick a goal. Marley King can kick a goal, and I reckon Marley King has kicked a goal. And Wanderers, they're in front. Hands Jared Stokes. Swings around. Looking for who? Not sure. Not sure that was the right option. Coco Nicky swings around on the non-preferred left, and Nicky, I reckon's got it. For Jared Stokes. Stokes sells the dummy, swings around onto the right boot, did it easily, over the back, the mark not taken, handball, don't worry about the field umpire, and a goal kicked. That's Coco Nicky once again. That's front, it was Fuller. Fuller gets it out to Loftus, who's been good.
Is that your man again, Ian?
This is Bradley Stokes. Will kick around the corner, and I asked the last time he missed it from here, have you been practicing this, Bradley?
Oh, no.
He kicks on goal.
Hang on.
and I reckon he's nailed it. He has been practicing that. Bradley Stokes has got 3. Back to Jared Stokes. Stokes by hand, under pressure. Got to work harder than that. Kicks on goal. Out the back. Thank you very much. And Bradley has 4. Or has he missed that one?
No, he's got it.
He's got it, Bradley Stokes. The extra tall man, Cox, wins the tap. Gets it down. 2 bounces. Yaron has a bit of a look around. Takes his time. Steadies. Nick Yaron. Got another one. Not him, but Darwin. Took a step. Called a play on. Chris Williams. Inside forward 50. Matthew Campbell. Very good, Nostradamus. Matthew Campbell to kick on goal. Crosses the paint of 50. Kicks immaculate. Immaculate, if you don't mind.
He absolutely loves it. So do his teammates, and the lead, it's blown out to 52 points.
Yaron lost the footy. Playing soccer now. Kicked off the ground both times. Jared Stokes, what can he do? Jared Stokes, of course he can. Of course he can. Jared Stokes got a goal. Buffs go forward. One way, out to Collinson. Collinson goes inside by hand. Picks up Nicky. Coco Nicky, I reckon he's kicked a goal. Well done to Matthew Campbell in there. Coco Nicky has got his 3rd. Can he take the mug? No, he's harassed. Well done. East has the presence to get rid of the football. Mensch, ungainly, on the left foot but effective. Baxter Mensch has got another one.
He's had a good end to this game.
Lewis misses everything. 15-17, 107 Darwin Buffaloes defeated the Wanderers 6-3-39.
Welcome back here for the 3rd quarter of the PINT Tiwi Bombers round 17 clash. This is, of course, the Towards Zero round, which focuses on motor vehicle driving, motor vehicle accidents. We've got to stop it. We've got to stop and think about what we do on the roads. But in the football, it's been all point, really. They kicked 8 goals in that 2nd quarter. They've gone out to a 64-point lead over the Tiwi Bombers. And my fellow commentator, Tash Medbury, is there any way back for the Bombers?
Oh, probably. I mean, it's a good, 11 goals to get back in front. Like I said previously before half-time, is that I think all they need to work on now is positives from each quarter. So if they can win this quarter by a point, that's a positive. So you might not be able to get the 11 goals back, but sort of clear what happened in the first half and then move forward with the second half. So just take little wins if you can, and you sort of break it up like that when the scores got out like this. And really, in hindsight, it's going to be awfully hard for them to get back and win this game. If they do, that is great, but you just got to try and work with the wins and progress forward.
Yeah, as I said, even if you take it in 5-minute stages or 10-minute stages. But it's certainly going to have to turn things around just for their own confidence, really.
So Blackley Noda looks like he's gone into the midfield in the ruck against McDonald. So he was the target up forward, was presenting really well, but the ball wasn't getting there enough. So there he is again with intercept mark. Being one of their better players today. Tries to get it out to Darley, being their best player. Racked up the possessions, along with the Dias poor Jimmy. I feel that's had a great game, and if I went through the PINT list, there's just a number of players. I'd have to pick out the ones that haven't really had an impact, because they've had winners all over the ground and on the team sheet. So here they go again, just trying to work it out of half pack, and happy to take that over the boundary line. There's That man, number 17, is Mitch Holmer. Kicked a goal in the second quarter.
Yes, they've been very efficient, Pint. They haven't been ruthless, and I think their coach, Shannon Motlop, would like that to happen. As you said, playing in the lead up to the finals, playing a side below you can often create negatives, but...
He would be happy with that second quarter. 8 goals, 3 after 4 goals, 7 in the first quarter. So, going to kick the 3 behinds in the second quarter, because out of those 10 behinds that they have, 6 of them could have been dead set goals. So, in that first quarter, so the score could really be a lot more than what it is at the moment. So, started well so far, the Bombers. Simpson goes back to the go-to player at half-back along with Darley.
What's a skew F finger?
Yeah, not his best kick. The guys, poor Jimmy, couldn't get hands, and that's a beautiful mark taken there by Rory Taggart. And here's Silver Youssef will run in and kick his 3rd goal. So Youssef, welcome back to the Pint colours. And he started the 3rd quarter as good as he started the game. So he's got 3 goals now.
1 in each quarter. So, yes, welcome back, Silver. Very, very clever then, too, how they use the ball. Not much opposition, though, from their Bombers. And you've only got to look at Paddy Heenan out there, number 6, hands on hips. He'll be very worried about what's happening out there right now. Nice mark, though, by Taggart.
Yeah, it was. It looked straight in, and Silver Youssef, he's a noted goal kicker for the Pint last year and also this year. Hurt his wrist before Christmas, but they need to get him back and also make him qualify. So now that his wrist is a lot better, they need to qualify him, which is this week and next week.
How many games is qualifying? 4?
I think it's 5.
5, so yeah, he'll have to get ready for the finals that way. They want their best side out there.
And he is an important part of their team as well, so that's why Shannon Motlop's got him back. So Braden Rioli, his brother and his Richmond crew is here in Darwin, of course. They went over to the Tiwi Islands the other day. They had a training session here this morning with some of the academy players. And he's here watching his brother. Marlon Pickett just chucked on a Magpies singlet polo downstairs before. And Rioli.
A nice-looking kick.
Yeah, trying to get the distance, just hooked it, but through for a minor score.
Marlon Pickett, he would look good in the black and white stripes of Palmerston, wouldn't he?
Oh, I'll tell you what, we'd love to have him running out this next game against St Mary's, but of course, in his first AFL game, won a grand final.
And was very, very good. The boy from South Fremantle over there in the Waffle in Perth. So once again, the use of the ball by the Pints looking very good. They seem to have a lot of time, a lot of space. And here's another one inboard this time, but still finds a player unattended.
Yeah, they're happy just to keep possession by the looks of it. So haven't really taken this game on in the 3rd quarter so far. We've only just started, mind you, 4 minutes into it, but Blackley Noda.
That should be holding the ball. They got him twice. No, it didn't ping him.
So Jason Jr. Punatana Mary ducked into that, and
he almost got decraniumised though. That was a
Campbell crossed that
tackle.
But Braden Rioli was already out when he kicked that, so it should come back for a boundary throw in.
Actually, it wouldn't have been out on the full anyway because it swung back in after he'd kicked it. But as you said, he was already out of bounds.
Well, once the ball's over the line.
Yeah, he was already out. Trailing by only 70 points. Can they, as Natasha said, just put a bit of respectability, as I think is the word they're looking for, to get back in, just on the scoreboard.
And you can see Blackley Noda there in the ruck against McDonald. So they're just gone for the strength there. McDonald was definitely
a dominant player.
Yeah, in the ruck. So Darley, they sort of can't sacrifice to go into the ruck. He's going to stay around the footy. There he is there, getting the 1-2 back. Jason Jr. Montana Mary looking for Rioli. Where's these crumbers that we talk about? Oh, he didn't take him on. Umpire will ball it up. So good start so far. 5.5 minutes into the 3rd quarter. So this is sort of the positives I was talking about. Blackley Noda. Campbell Cossack, he's had a good game as well for Pint, number 15 there. And again, another stoppage. Just a Pint player pulling up a little bit sore there on the ground. Taking a while to get up. Should, I think it is.
Yeah, you could almost feel that. He landed on his ankle, and that's what he's feeling right now.
Elliot Chalmers, and a free kick. Oh, don't kick it. And he's kicked it, and it's a 50 because the free kick was going the way of PINT.
Yes, I think he heard the whistle, but he must have thought it was
and
going his way, but it wasn't.
Henry Kiranua probably had enough time to turn around and look and see which way the umpire was pointing, mind you.
Well, all it would have taken was one of his teammates to say something, surely.
And well cut off there by Kurt Dunn. Gives it off to Murray. To Darley. He says, even though the score reflects what it is, Darley's racked up the possession so far in this game. Brendan Cantilla has a bounce. Handball's over the top. Didn't reach its target. Put his teammate under pressure. Put a ton of Mary Dunn. Had to get a quick kick away, but now they're on here. Williams. Handballs to Stephen Motlop. Made him stretch his hamstrings there. Wasn't happy either, Stephen Motlop.
He wouldn't have been too pleased with that.
Let Warwick Williams know all about that. And I tell you what, that's a... Yeah, he was running at full pace there, Stephen, and the handball only needed to go about 2 metres and he didn't hit his target. So
that is a major sin, isn't it?
Luckily note up.
With a running player, he likes it to get the ball at least within arm's reach.
Yeah, not at your ankles. They go back on target there, and Austin Nameri.
Yes, a blast from the past. The former Melbourne Demon.
Good to have him out there, just for his experience. I mean, if you're not, and that's one player that missed is Tipper as well. We started the season with the Tiwi Bombers, but, you know, didn't play out the season, but just his experience. I know when Palmerston played against Tiwi, they reckon just the way he talked and just the leadership he showed out there was, you know, enormous for the Tiwi Bombers. I think that's why they started the season so well as well. Heenan, back to Kurt Dunn.
Aussie Wanameri turns 36 in October, so he's still only a young man as far as
yeah, he can get this ball. There he goes now. Handballs to the man that gave away the 50, Henry Kiranua. Oh, the dice for Jimmy, I think that was, or was that Brendan Cantilla?
He could easily have had a shot, really, but he decided to go into the forward pocket where his players were covered, so that was a bit of a disappointing result in the end. It was only about 30 metres out.
Yeah.
We'll be able to show you what's happening. Here we go, the boundary throw-in.
So, gets at the back. Oh, well done, Campbell Cossack, but a good tackle. That's another 360 spin. Umpire lets it go. Hold of his jumper. There's poor Jimmy. Oh, steps inside again. Showing some candy here, the young fella. And then they get it out. I think they were looking for Darley. Darley will give it back to his teammate there in Portamini. And just short on the line. Oh, they've kept it in here, the Bombers. Snap on goal, Brendan Cantilla, and it's gone across the face, unfortunately for him. But well done, the Tiwi Bombers. We're nearly hitting the 10-minute mark by the time they jump the fence, get the footy, re-jump the fence and kick the footy. We're probably at the 10-minute mark, so they've done well. We're halfway through the third quarter.
All the wizardry there of Tiwi Bomber football. But unfortunately, it ended up out of bounds. They twisted and turned and did everything they possibly could, but
Stephen Motlop's gone over and decided to take the free kick, made his teammate jump the fence to get the footy.
Yeah, well, his hamstrings are probably a bit tight after
after my Williams.
He wouldn't want to tweak a hammy.
Yeah, probably owes him a drink after this game, I reckon, for that.
Let that roll over the line.
Yeah, Brendan Cantilla there was happy to see that over.
13 goals, 10 to 2-7. This is AFL NT's coverage, of course, of the 2023-24 NTFL season. And this is the towards zero round between PINT and the Tiwi Bombers.
PINT clear the stoppage. Good body work there by Murray. Heenan again has just been running all game, gets it to Darley. Those two have linked up very well, but parked underneath it is Stephen Motlop. The general down back for PINT.
He's knocked up.
Oh, there he goes. This time he gets the handball right where he wants it. Has a bounce. Looking for players to go towards him. I think that was Taggart.
Almost another Taggart mark there.
Yeah, he did all the hard work, didn't he, to protect the ball drop, but didn't take the mark in the end. But they've got a stoppage here in the forward 50 PINT.
You're right, they're holding them in the Tiwis. There's no major damage being done this quarter yet.
Well, as we speak, Holt Fitz goes out sideways, and the mark is taken by Mead Harding. That's kicked one in the second, one in the first and one in the second. And he can now kick one in this third quarter. So this will be the second goal for PINT this quarter.
Number 2 for the Green Ants. And for you people down south who may not know much about green ants, they can sting. And they're stinging in the Tiwi Bombers, Tash.
Yeah, they can sting, but they're tasty as well.
They're also nice to drink, apparently, when they're made into a gin.
Yeah, I've had it. It is quite nice, and he's got his third goal, so one in each quarter so far, Mead Harding. So they kick their second of this quarter. Do the Green Ants.
And they scoot away to a 75-point lead.
Yeah, just a little bit. Liam Holt Fitz just in between two players there, and unselfish, looks for a teammate out wide, just the 15. Probably lucky not to give away 50 there.
As the Green Ants, as I've said, prepare for their first foray into Premier League finals football. I'll be hoping no one tweaks any hamstrings. I'll be very happy that Stephen Motlop didn't when he reached for that errant handball.
Yeah, pretty good in their second year in the senior competition.
So, yeah, they've certainly achieved a lot. They've had some big wins too. They've beaten Waratahs twice, and they beat Nightcliff at Nightcliff.
So, Stanley Tipalura makes away. So, in the goal square, good tackle. Good pressure applied there by the Bombers. Hopefully they can be rewarded with a goal at this stoppage. Number of players around. Oh, McDonald misread that, mistimed it, but Stanley Tipalura takes the mark. Now, this is within his range.
The former Wanderers forward, isn't he, Stanley? If he can convert this, it's probably just reward too. You're right, they've worked pretty hard this quarter.
They've made sure to not let PINT, although there's still plenty of time left in this quarter, mind you, but hopefully they can be rewarded with this goal. Stanley Tipalura.
Doing what every good forward should do, taking his time. Kicks a bit close to the man on the mark, though, and it means his kick fell short.
Oh, Rioli, front and centre, was grabbed without the footy, I thought, but umpire says play on. There's the goal kicker, Mead Harding. Is it out to running play in Chalmers?
He's been a bit quiet, Elliot. Normally a very productive player.
Yeah, hasn't had to do too much, mind you, because there's been winners all over the oval tonight. So I guess, like I said, if you went through the team sheet and sort of, who haven't you really called? Well, everyone's been on there tonight.
There's another player, Tash, number 1, Liam Holt Fitz. I'd like to see him start to move into overdrive on the eve of the finals. He'd be a very important player in the finals, will Liam?
Yeah, Cheney medalist, of course, for Nightcliff.
Won 2 flags, I think, with Nightcliff.
Yeah, premiership player as well. Still only such a young player, young fella, turning 24 this season.
A boy from down at Catherine or from Tennant Creek, one of the two.
Tipper Mantameri with the mark, but a good mark taken by the PINT defender back there, and Harrison Marr. Again, they go sideways. Umpire nearly got in the way. Stephen Motlop starts running. He wants to get this footy. They give it to him now.
There you go. You picked that beautifully.
So,
nearly a nice mark too.
Oh, well done, Murray. He had 3 to beat there. 4, spins out of a tackle, needs to kick it now. He does to Thompson. Oh, and Thompson lets him down by dropping the mark, just too casual. Creates a turnover in the midfield here through Benjamin Brett. Coming at it was Andrew Jones. He got one in the face, I thought. Not happy with it. Umpire says play on, and it's rushed through for a behind.
Tash, someone who did cop it in the face about a minute back was number 2, Andrew Mead Harding. He reached for his eye, so I hope he's not seriously hurt. He seems to be all right.
Pop the finger. We know they can be quite. They can be quite serious injuries. I think Rory Sloan for the Adelaide Crows
of course,
has had to get retina, I think, surgery again, and
major surgery for Rory.
They could potentially lose sight in that eye, and will have a delayed start to the season, which is not good for the Adelaide Crows and the veteran.
Rory has been there for many years, hasn't he, Rory Sloan? He's had 2 knee reconstructions. That hasn't helped.
And Mason Cox, with the same injury as well, was in hospital.
He wears the goggles now, of course.
Yeah. So, Paddy Heenan.
A little bit sloppy there, the Bombers.
Yeah, out of bounds on the full. Thompson was by himself and the ball bounces over the fence. So here we go at TIO. Rory Taggart has to get the footy.
In the previous game, Tash, I just said to my fellow commentator, I cringe every time I see that happen. If any guy twinges a hamstring or does an ankle, but I guess someone's got to go and get the ball back and the umpires won't.
Yeah, have a couple of kids stationed around.
Hot dog and a Coke and they'll be wrapped to do it, I'm sure.
Yeah, they've got the net up behind the goals now, because that's what you used to get at Gardens Oval if you went and collected the footy, was the hot dog and the Coke as a kid. Now they've got the nets, but yeah, just around the ground it's a bit dangerous, and of course that's why the umpires aren't allowed to do it, just in case they get injured. So I think it'd be the same for the players.
Yes, the old hot dog and the Coke days, they're long gone.
You know, if you had one stationed every 40 metres, because as it goes over, the kid's going to run towards that way anyway. Yeah. So, you know,
especially on the side of the ground where there's never many spectators.
Yeah, like, you know, if you paid 8 kids a hot dog and a Coke each game.
Yes, and I hope...
There's that man there. Mead Harding.
Looks to have recovered from his poke in the eye.
He's kicked 3 goals already. Stephen Motlop trying to get the hand pass again.
Yes, he likes to be where the ball is, Stephen, that's for sure. I mean, he's ran everywhere on his own all night, didn't he? I don't think he manned up all that well.
Stretching that hamstring a little bit. And Mead Harding, that's across the face. They threw for a minor score. They're nearly pegging closer to the 100 mark here, Pint.
As you said, Tash, probably hard to gauge the Pint performance, really. The Tiwis have been very disappointing, but the most important thing for the Green Ants is they've won and they've sealed a finals berth, which is good news for the Pint faithful.
Yeah, 100% for Shannon Motlop. It's just the intensity of the last couple of games that they potentially might play to head into finals could be maybe not the best game practice and intensity for finals footy, because we know what finals footy is like. It does not matter who's first, second, third or fourth or fifth. It's, you know, it's a different concept of footy altogether.
If you wanted to watch a finals game, you only had to watch the game before this one, Waratah and Buffaloes. It was a hard-hitting, big goal-kicking, terrific game of football.
So another behind. So they've almost, this third quarter is very similar to the first quarter. So they've kicked their third behind of this quarter, only 2 goals. So 2 goals, 3 so far, Pint. And the one behind by Tiwi in this quarter. Darley. He'll run it. He does. Takes 30 metres, then goes long. Contest out there. Blackley Noda against McDonald. Look at McDonald. Was in the contest, then regathers his own footy. Spins around, kicks it, finds a target.
Excellent play.
Oh, such a good player.
Yes, and he was in good form, of course. Got him a Guernsey against Essendon, VFL side. He was very good in that game.
And well done, Paddy Heenan. Comes from behind. Warwick Williams just took the ball a little bit too easy there and allowed Paddy Heenan just to come from behind and tap it through for a minor score. So well done, Paddy Heenan.
Yes, he's still got that bit of experience. Although, as I say that, he overcooks it.
And good tackle there. Potts, not the best kick in and drop mark there by Potts, but second effort, that's deliberate. So the umpire's pinned him for deliberate. Silver Yusuf. So free kick going the way of Potts. You've been impressed with his game, Potts?
He's been probably him and Paddy Heenan. If it wasn't for those two, there would have been an avalanche of goals.
Yeah, and I reckon Chuck Darley in that as well. Coming from the side, staying at the back was Brad Ryan. Called him all that much. His brother Matt not playing tonight.
Having the week off, and a nice little grab there too by number 23, and that of course is Jacob Maloney.
When he's got someone sideways, goes to Motlop. Had two players to choose from. Blackley Noda again goes in and grabs groin there, I think, so may have copped one there. Pint once again, just sheer numbers around the footy.
Unbelievable, really.
Cab fell. He hasn't had to do too much tonight either. Been one of their other better players this season. Jones comes out.
He copped another one. He got one early in the game.
So advantage paid, and his teammate has snagged one off of him. So Taggart has gone in and kicked his fourth of the game.
Now, what about Mr. Jones? He's on his feet slowly. Copped a big haymaker then.
No, sorry, it's his second. Oh, third. Taggart?
Third.
Yep, third. Yep.
That haymaker he got, I think Smoking Joe Frazier would have been proud of that. But he's on his feet. That's the main thing, Tash.
He's copped it a bit tonight.
Yeah, I think that's the second time he's copped one around the chops. So certainly
coming. He was going to take it on the second.
Bang. Yeah.
And full credit, Kurt Dunn was going for the footy. He did hit the footy, but as his hand comes through the motion, it also got Big Jones in the face. So yeah, be a bit sore.
Yes, it's been a debut to remember. He hadn't kicked a goal and he's been hit the ground twice. So and there he goes down again.
And then his teammate goes and slots a goal for him. Hasn't had the kicking boots on, mind you, Jones. So
kicked about 4 or 5 behinds, didn't he, I think?
So back in the middle.
In the shadows of the final siren here, Tash, and here come the Green Ants again.
Yeah, there's only been 3 goals kicked in this quarter.
James! No, he didn't.
That's a Silver Yusuf. Handballs off to a teammate running past McKimmie. McKimmie hits. That is Taggart. Oh, he's hit the post 3/4 of the way up. Apologises to a teammate that was out wide there as the siren goes for 3/4 time, Gray.
Yes, it's 15-13, 103. 15-14, in fact, 104 to 2-7-19. So point well in control. We'll be back shortly after a short break.
Kazali's Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro, or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge, or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
Yeah, although it was a slight positive, only 3 goals they kept it to. 3 goals full in that quarter. But at least they stopped that flow. I mean, Shannon will just be hoping no injuries.
Love exploring the territory?
Training run.
If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Oh, no one was going to beat us. We just made everyone look like we were going to lose, and then we did it.
fun too. I hope you got all your lollies and stuff ready.
Will's on Wednesday about something, and I said, what are we expecting? He said, wait for next year. He said, we're flooding some youth tonight.
Nah, he's playing. Who else is there?
Jeff Wentz out. Got yelled at last week. He didn't get yelled at until he got sent off at about halfway. Yeah, no, his brother told me.
No, but you know what? That's good leadership, by Dylan, because Jack can sometimes. Jack
He came out to off the bench and scored a goal, but he did get sent off. His brother didn't win. That's still a bench before. That's maybe.
That's out of his memory bank. I already am old. He's a good player. I know, but I can feel myself. Yeah. And then I was upstairs in the ice room, SEN, and now I feel like my body's burning. Sheelan actually played rugby. Yeah. Not last week, the week before. Played.
And welcome back here to TIO Stadium for the final quarter of this blockbuster round 17 game between the Green Ants, the PINT Green Ants, and the Tiwi Bombers. Tash, has been one-way traffic, but you're expecting some type of a revival in this last quarter from the Tiwis.
Yeah, even though they didn't win that third quarter, like I said, just to try and take positives out of the game since half-time. They know they can't win it, but just to try and stay positive. And even though they didn't win that quarter, 2 goals, 3 to 1 point. Yeah, they just need to keep trying here, the Bombers. They'll try and move the ball out here. So Liam Holt Fitz, they'll be hoping to start this quarter a bit better than last quarter. Shannon Motlop won't be too impressed with that third quarter effort, I wouldn't feel.
Sloppy. Here's a goal, though.
So Taggart, is that? No, that's not. That's Mead Harding. I reckon he's kicked that. Yeah, he has. So he's kicked his 4th. So 1 in each quarter, big fella.
1 in each quarter. But as I said, Shannon will be looking for lifts from players like Liam Holt Fitz. Come finals time, of course. Matty Ryan, who isn't playing, he'll be back on the side. But one player they must be wrapped in is their ruckman, Connor McDonald, Tesh. He's been terrific all season, really.
Oh, 100%. And Elliot Chalmers hasn't had to do too much.
One quiet today.
Yeah, he hasn't had to do too much today. Sam Cubfeld, not too much either, but, you know, they've just still played their part without having to do two. You know, it's been an easy game for them, so they don't need to rack up the possessions, and they're sharing the footy around as well. Pint back in the middle. They've put Carlson Cantilla back into the ruck, so Blackley Noda went in there for the third quarter, but they've swapped him out. And they go forward Pint. So Blackley Noda they've put back in the forward line. I think for this last quarter I'd put him in the back line. I think he's really important in their back line. Blackley Noda has been a good contributor for them as well when he was in the ruck that third quarter, but also just presenting forward for the first two quarters. But yeah, Stanley Tipalura, I'd like to see him around the footy a bit more as well. The ball's not getting down to the forward line all that often. I think he's just too crucial to not get his hands on the footy. There's Warwick Williams.
He was another guy. I mean, he kicked a beautiful goal in the first quarter, you may recall, the left foot snap.
Yeah, started the game really, really well, but it sort of died out a little bit in the last two quarters.
I think his intensity will have to lift a little bit in the finals. So, you know, they've got some work to do, the Pints, but congratulations, as you said earlier, that they have made their first finals campaign.
Yeah, in their second year.
Shannon Motlop, the green and gold Green Ants.
Pretty good effort.
I can see the headlines in the NT News now. The Green Ants climb the tree. And here's a shot, and he's kicked a...
You won't have any influence on that, will you?
No, I don't work there anymore.
But I'm sure you still know people there that you can, poke and get a story out of.
The man behind me does more work for the NT News than I do.
The famous Butters.
Yes, the great Ian Butterworth. Even though he's a Melbourne supporter, but we don't talk about that. Right, this is the 34-year-old, I called him, didn't I?
Yeah, Heenan looking to switch play.
Paddy Heenan.
John Tipalura, who is a very late inclusion because he's not on the team sheet. We had to actually write him on the team sheet. John Tipalura. Thompson gives it back to Tipalura. Oh, intercepted there. Goes in for a second effort. Williams will take it over the boundary line. So just trying to create some run and carry there, the Tiwi Bombers, but just couldn't execute it perfectly.
Of course, looking forward 2 weeks, Dash. You'd think their opponents will be Waratah's Pint in the elimination final. So, of course, we've got the top three who are standouts in St Mary's, Southern Districts and Nycliffe. But those, a Waratah Pint elimination final would be on the cards, which would be an interesting game. But how far the Green Ants go, of course, is not really the point, I think. The fact they've made the finals, they've made a platform for themselves to build on in years to come.
Yeah, definitely there. I think Shannon Motlop, though, will be wanting to progress a long way into the finals. But you see what Waratahs had to produce today to win the game against Buffaloes. That was a finals type game, and as I said, Pint with a game like this and a game against Palmerston leading into the finals isn't probably going to be good intensity ready for finals footy for them. So
that's right.
Yeah, it's considering what the other teams are up against, so it's the momentum that they'll take in there is probably not going to be the same intensity. Unfortunately, that's how it's ended up, but fortunately as well was that they've got the wins to get them into the finals. So
the intensity and the pressure will definitely lift. But of course I've got to get over a team called Palmerston next week, and who knows what's going to happen there.
That'll be an absolute miracle, unfortunately for my guys, if they can win that game. So good kick. There's the dice for Jimmy. Love watching him play. Gives it off to the other X Factor, the young fella, Carlson Cantilla. He looks like he's saying, "No, I'm going back to have a shot." Jesus will take a really, really big kick.
But if you were voting on the best and fairest for the Tiwi Bombers in 23-24, this guy, number 17, will be right up there. Terrific year.
I'm not sure if Darley probably hasn't played enough games, but the games that he has played, he'd get close to nearly best on ground each one. He's gone the torpedo. Geez, I tell you what, he's done a good effort. Oh, it's over the line. He's kicked it from 60 odd metres out, the young fella. Carlson Cantilla, bow to the crowd. That is a beautiful goal. We have not seen a torp from the middle of the ground for how long? Butters is behind me. He's been doing this a long time and it managed to get through. Oh, well done, young fella.
I saw the great Michael Athanasiou kick one from about that far, but gee, it was a lovely kick. Just caps what's been a great year for Carlson, really. He'd be very proud of himself.
Oh, I reckon he knew that he had it, because as soon as he marked it, he's like, I'm going back and kicking this. There he is, inside the centre square.
Spinning, and over the line.
Yeah, about 62 metres, I reckon.
So there you go, a terrific effort there by the great Carlson Cantilla.
Yeah, keep a listen out for that name, because I'll tell you what, he turns 20 this year, the young fella. There he is back in the ruck.
There's another player too, as they come forward again. Another player we can't forget about is a guy called Brian Brody Stanislaus.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be watching this game, I'm sure.
The St. Mary's legend, yeah.
He could kick torpedoes from anywhere. And they're all at long kicks too, mainly from the Michael Long end, but certainly from this end too.
I said about Tiwi taking positives out of this game. They've taken play of the day for the game, so I'm happy with that.
You're on the money.
And Blackley Noda, he is deserving of a goal as well.
I'm going to say they might go back-to-back here with goals.
Yeah, first back-to-back. When he had 3 goal kickers, he'll become the 4th.
Blackley Noda. I wonder what his background is.
Yeah, he's played most of the season with them, but like I said, mainly in the back line. Deserves a goal.
Looks like a rugby union player, doesn't he? But he can certainly kick a footy, or can he?
Oh, and he snuck that one in as well. Well done, Blackley Noda. So Tiwi Bombers start this last quarter with 2 goals. Might have kicked 1 in this quarter. So they're the positives up and about here, the Tiwi Bombers. As much as the score reflects what it is, nearly 100 points, they sort of haven't given up, which is in the past, especially the last couple of seasons with Tiwi. Once, the game got out of reach, they sort of all dropped their heads and sort of gave up, but it's not like that there. And that's a huge thanks to Darley as well, because the leadership that he shows out there from the experience that he has. Well done, Thompson, just on the replay.
Of course, Point, as you said, to be very careful in this last quarter. They don't get any injuries. But the Tiwi Bombers are working hard, which is Patrick Bowden will be quite pleased with that, I think, after a pretty ordinary first 3 quarters. Tash?
Yeah, Shannon Motlop won't want any injuries, but I tell you what, he won't want Tiwi to win this last quarter either.
No, he's a very, very proud man, is Mr. Motlop.
And so are his Pints players. So here they come again, Thompson.
Oh, look at this.
So they go back. Carlson Cantilla couldn't get boot to ball. The umpire said play on. Getting in there's Henry Kerenua. Motlop on the outside of his boot. Mary. Sorry, that's Portamini.
Just while there's ranking play, don't forget this is AFL NT's coverage of the 23-24 NTFL season. We're live at TIO Stadium in Darwin for the round 17 clash between the Pint Green Ants and the Tiwi Bombers. And of course it's towards 0 round, Tash, which is a major focus on road accidents.
Yeah, 100%. So there's Stanley Tipalura, so they have put him in the midfield. Happy about that. Good kick to Babui. Oh, sold Murray under a little bit of pressure, but he managed to get out of it. Not the best kick forward, but Jason Mary Jr. did enough to bring it to ground. Brendan Cantilla got a fingernail on that. Yusuf gives it back to Motlop. He's happy to go back. Haven't had to go backwards all night, so good pressure by the Tiwi Bombers. McDonald. I think would be my best on ground. Connor McDonald in the ruck.
Yes, very good. I want to see your favourite player kick a goal this quarter, number 8, Thaddeus.
He kicked one in the second quarter, so he's on the scoreboard. But yeah, it would be good. Stanley Tipalura needed to go for that. He did. Darley's there. All the numbers here for Pint. Yusuf got hands to it. Comes to the back. Well done, Murray. Gives it to Potts. Heenan went without it. Oh, good hands there by Dunn. They work it out the back line. Darley probably won't want to take on Yusuf. Got a bit of speed.
Bit of leg speed there, you think?
Yeah, I think that's Mary Dunn there with the footy. They go back across, dangerous, and the mark, and plays on quickly there is Andrew Dones. Finally gets a goal on the board. He's been whacked a couple of times tonight, kicked about 4 behinds, and he gets his first goal of the game with a bit of a wry smile there from a teammate.
He's certainly had a debut to remember. He's got two haymakers. He's landed on the ground. He's tasted the mud at TIO Stadium, or what is it, the sand up here, twice, but he's finally kicked a goal. So I think he kicked 2 goals 5, Tash, for the game. 1 goal 5, sorry. But very contented looking Andrew Jones. You can tell his mother and his dad that he kicked a goal in Darwin.
And he's become the 9th goal scorer for Pint
9, is it? Right.
Yeah. What a ton of Mary Dunn just going across.
Terrible mistake.
Yeah, sideways there. Just didn't have enough legs on it. So 2 goals apiece here to both teams in this quarter. There's McDonald again. Robes his own footy. After in the ruck. Well done, Mead Harding. Dispossessed. Oh, keeps a handle of the footy. Dinky kick didn't come off. Williams tries to tap it to the advantage of his teammate. But well done, Simpson. Done pretty well back there as well. Thompson coming through and been happy with his game as well. This just hangs in the air. Potts has to compete. And he sneaks it in there. That's Taggart. So he's kicked his 5th. Rory Taggart has kicked his 5th. He's 4th. So 2 in the second and 1 in the third and 1 in this last quarter.
Yes, that takes the lead out to a lazy 93 points, is it?
Yeah, again, it's this sideways kick that just hangs in the air a little bit too long. Though Thompson just gave it a bit too much air, and Jones created the contest in front and centre. Taggart.
Mr. Taggart said, well, thank you, Michael, for that, because that's my 4th goal. And, of course, the Tiwis are now, in fact, the PINT have kicked 18 goals, which is a good return. With final football a fortnight away, because as we said earlier, Tash, they didn't kick a goal in the first half against Waratah. They did win the game, and didn't kick a goal in the first 3 quarters against Nightcliff.
McDonald again gets it out to Holt Fitz. Cabfell, teammate, looking for Big Jones again.
Oh, I thought he's got it again.
Potts did well to get a hand on that. Jones, he goes for a snap and through. Did he take the mark just inside, I think, Kurt Dunn? Yeah, he did. So Yusuf's got to get back. Oh, poor kick again. Goes out of bounds in front of Darley. You can see a bit of frustration there from Darley. He really leads Tiwi really well around the ground. Boundary throw-in. I'm quite sure what the PINT player. I thought it was a free kick. It's not. That was Harrison Marr.
Yes, he waited for the free kick, but the umpire said, no, look, I'm going to toss it in instead.
Blackley Noda back in the ruck against McDonald. Oh, lovely hand pass to the running Paddy Heenan. Ran past Stephen Motlop. As to the back, here's Carlson. Cantillo couldn't control the footy. Bit of pressure applied there by the Bombers, but PINT will be out again. They've got a player out wide, and Mead Harding. The overlap. They go to a 1-on-1. Stanley Tipalura, well done. He's been moved down to centre half back, Stanley Tipalura, which is actually a good move, I feel. He's had more touches in this last quarter since he's gone back there than he has in previous quarters.
Well, he's been where the ball is rather than the ball ain't. So he's certainly got his hands around it a few times. The former Wanderers player.
No, McKimmie. Oh, good work. Simpson just parked himself where the footy was going to land. Kiranua. There he is again. Stanley Tipalura with a bit of time and space. Kicks it up to Portamini.
Here he goes. What's he going to do this time? Go backwards.
He'll go backwards again. Just experience shown there by Stephen. There's Campbell Cossack. Bit of a run. And Williams went through his hands. It's a bit of a slippery footy out there. Poor Jimmy. Tipalura. So he's racking up the possessions in this last quarter.
He's knocked up, yeah.
Congrats it over to Darley. Darley to Thompson. Usually a good user of the footy here, Thompson. Calling a few players, that's Darley. He loved the ball in his hands. Thompson kept running. Wasn't the best handball by Darley, though. He'll be happy for a stoppage here, Darley. Played that well. He spun into the tackle. Went down with both PINT players tackling him so that he didn't get caught holding the footy. But, again, just the handball didn't hit Thompson. Caused a turnover.
Someone grabbed without it. The umpire said, play on.
Yeah, Capfell, I think that was, for PINT. Well done, Portamini. Second effort. So you see, they haven't given up here, the Tiwi Bombers, which...
Still working.
Yeah, which is the most important thing. Henry Kiranua just managed to get boot to ball. Watermini is getting held without the footy. It should be a free kick, and it is. What's he got up forward?
18-16 to 4-7. Been going just over 16 minutes, Natasha, in this last quarter.
So Thompson, he can come out sideways to Tipalori, doesn't he? Goes forward. Brendan Cantilla took it on the bounce, and he was swung off the footy, chasing Carlson Cantilla, but no, it was a sling, so I reckon Brendan Cantilla will have the free kick. He was slung after he got rid of the footy. So Cantilla with the 0 on his back for towards 0 round.
Yes, towards a 0. We all want that, don't we? 0 fatalities on Northern Territory roads.
So they kicked 2 goals up until 3-quarter time. They've kicked 2 goals in this last quarter. Can Brendan Cantilla kick their 3rd goal of this quarter and match it with the goals that PINT have kicked? Going for distance there, he's just missed it to the right.
So another score at least of the Tiwi. That takes him up to 4 goals, 8-32. Plays 18-16, 124.
Stephen Motlop with the kick out. The cap fell. Got a lot of time. Sideways. So PINT here happy to chew up the clock, I reckon.
Yes, but they've still got about 10, it wouldn't be 10 minutes.
McDonald. Oh, dangerous. Well done there, Tiwi. That's Cantilla. Oh, he tried to nearly take it through there, McDonald.
He did very well, I think.
Oh, he did really, really well there, but really, who was that to? No, it might be... Oh, no, I thought they might have called deliberate. There was only one direction he was heading there, and that was the boundary line.
Boundary line, as Ted Whitten used to say, yeah.
He could have rushed that through because he was under pressure, but I think the players are still a bit iffy about that rule, amazingly, after how many seasons it's been in now. The other one that keeps getting questioned a lot during games is the standing rule. A lot of players don't know that you're allowed to jump up. As long as you do not move off the mark, you can jump up. Yeah, and a lot of players don't realise that, so I'm teaching my girls that. And Taggart.
He can kick his 5th goal here and sort of seal a pretty good night for the number 14.
Yeah, if I had to give the 3 votes, I'd reckon McDonald would have the 3 and he'd have the 2nd, the 2.
You don't mind Motlop's game either, but then again, he's been unopposed most of the time.
Yeah, and then Mead, I think I'd give the 1-2. Just been happy with their contributing throughout the 4 quarters. I mean, Mead's got 1 in the 1st, 2nd and 3rd and 4th, the last one. So another behind.
As we drift towards here, the end of this round 17 game, brought to you, of course, by the AFLNT, and we're focusing on towards 0.
So 5 goals kicked in this quarter, so there won't be a long quarter. Carlson Cantilla. Not quite sure what to do, then gets himself into a bit of trouble.
A bit of a puzzle, yep.
Well done there. A ton of Mary Dunn. And then a tackle, desperate tackle there by the Bombers in Timothy Babui.
So a 93-point lead to the Green Ants.
You can see Warwick Williams there just come off. Good shot of the umpire here.
Going to spin the Sharon back into play.
Yeah, good boundary throw in as well. There's McDonald again. Regathered his own footy. Gave it to the opposing ruckman and Buckley Noda, who's lost a boot as well, I think. It's laying back there at the contest. Thompson went without it. Braden Rioli comes through pretty hard. There's the boot on the ground. Goes back to Paddy Heenan. Heenan, handball to Babui. Oh, steps one way, then went the other. Kick. Good contest there by Henry Karanua. And the umpire has found a free kick. Advantage paid there to PINT. Oh, the old coat hanger.
Yes, he lifted his left forearm just a fraction too high then. Jacob Maloney.
Yeah, Jason Jr. put a ton of Mary. Just puts it out, asking a bit and getting in there as Liam Holt fits in the way. Put his body on the line there. Could have got crunched there by Wanamiri.
Austin Wanamiri, yes.
Yeah, he could have crunched him if he wanted. He
looked like a tank, the former Demon, and he would have hurt him.
So,
former AFL Demon, of course. All right, we've got no Demons as far as club nicknames go over in Darwin, have we?
no, I don't think so. I don't think there's any even on the Tiwi Islands.
No.
So, it's going backwards here, the Bombers. So, dangerous, but Murray takes it. Tipalura is going to go to Heenan. Tipalura will get this out wide. Should now. So, Punatana Mary done with the kick. There's McDonald again, and happy for it to go over the boundary line. Brendan Cantilla there as well. So we're hitting on 22 minutes of the last quarter. 125 pays 32.
Yes, the forefinger of the timekeepers will be creeping towards that red button, Tash, which will be good.
Yeah, still only 5 goals kicked in this quarter, so it won't be long. Oh, kicked in midair there by Cantilla. Full of tricks. Rioli got up high and he's landed awkwardly.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Oh, don't know if it was his arm. I think it is his arm or his wrist or something. No, he's up.
They're pretty tough, the Rioli boys.
Because he got up high. Stephen Motlop in no hurry to get rid of the footy. So Pint forward once again. But since half-time, so far, that 6 goals Pint have kicked since half-time and 2 to the Bombers. So that was that positives after half-time that I was talking about. So, you know, that is a positive, even though they haven't won the second half. But to keep them to 6 goals is a pretty good effort.
And of course, we had that long barrel, didn't we, from Carlson Town?
Oh.
That'll be remembered for a long time.
That'll be shown a few times, I reckon, on the highlights reel throughout the week. Contention for goal of the season, I reckon, but definitely goal of the round. Ball kicked there by the Bombers.
I saw a beauty by Dylan Lant last week at Gardens Oval, but you're right, we should have a goal of the year.
He's kicked a few, actually, Dylan Lant. I've seen him this season. For a midfielder, he kicks a lot of goals, Dylan Lant. So running through there is Lee Peters, and there's Taggart once again. So he's looking to kick his 5th.
5th, you're right.
Yeah, 5th.
Last one, didn't he?
And definitely cement my 2 votes tonight.
Rory Taggart. Sounds like a cowboy, doesn't he?
I'll tell you what, he's...
From Roy Rogers' days.
Very strong build as the siren goes to end this game, but can he kick his 5th? And he can. The goal umpire does not move. Taggart has 5 goals. Pint have kicked 19 goals, 17, 131. Nearly a 100-point win here to Pint, but you know, full credit to Tiwi as well. After half-time, they kept them to 7 goals and they kicked 2 themselves. So good effort by Tiwi, but Pint, as you said, will go into next week against Palmerston, but they've locked themselves into the finals.
They're going to play in their first final series, and there's no jumping up and down, but I'm sure there'll be some joy in the coach's box and the Pint committee that the Green Ants in their second season are going to play finals football. So that's about it for us from TIO Stadium, where Pint have won by 99 points. And we'll see you all again very shortly for the Palmerston St Mary's game.